What's going on, my peoples? It's your boy, Mr. OBF, back one time for your mind. Welcome to the OBF, the network, people. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button so you guys get the live streams when we go live, people. And if you can, donate to the channel. Go to OBF, the real Cash App, and donate to the channel, people. We highly appreciate anything you guys could donate to the channel. Need more information to subscribe and donate to the channel? It's down there scrolling below the screen. Make sure you guys hit the like button when you come in and out of the building, and make sure you guys share the videos, man. It keeps the movement pushing. All right, man. I gotta sit with OBF, see what they want to do, but we got maybe 1 or 2 more days before Coon of the Year thing. We're gonna do it at 8 p.m. I don't know if we're gonna do it Friday or we're gonna do it Saturday. It's gonna be one of those days, but I gotta get with them. I've been working and shit, plus a snowstorm and all that shit. So it is what it is. I'll get back with the family. Man, look, I said to myself, you know, starting the new year off, after the election, I said, look, this shit that's getting ready to happen in America in the next 4 years is not our problem. As black people, as a collective. Right? And I'll put up there at the title of, this is why black people say this is not our fight no more. I was gonna put some or a lot of black people, but I decided to say black people, because at this point in 2025 to whenever this country genuinely falls apart, in the next year, I believe, this is not our problem. I don't give a fuck how many coon ass niggas and so-called liberal Democrats, black liberal Democrats like the D.L. Hugleys of the world and niggas like that want to continue to keep fighting for something that is not there. You will see liberals will try to, and I'm telling you, it's going to be in this year because it's going to be a lot of bullshit. Trump already on this bullshit. Listen, Trump, fuck that. Trump is already on his bully shit. Okay? You will see liberals, black, whatever color skin, gay, whatever, white liberals, try to somehow, some way push the collective of black people to go out there and protest Trump and MAGA. No. We'll try to get black people to go out there and stick up for the Mexicans. No. Try to get black people to go out there and give a fuck about what's going on outside of America, false wars. No. Only people I actually will think about is the gay community and the black women, of course, and some white women, because it was women's rights, you know what I mean, and I love women, and I think we should protect women, but all the rest of the motherfucking movements and shit like that, and no, I am not supporting. I am not going to get on my platform. I am not going to speak to people of my people of my character, people of my people, to go out there and get involved in any of that shit. It is none of our business anymore. They don't appreciate us. And I'm done with this shit for the next 4 years. I don't really care. I genuinely don't care what the fuck happens. Just stay the fuck away from my people. That's all I care about. The rest of that shit, I don't care. It's not our business, people. They don't, like I said, they don't appreciate black folks. You know what I'm saying? So I don't see how somehow, some way that it's our responsibility to keep speaking up for shit that has nothing to do with us. And that's just being real. But I wanted to speak on this issue real quick. Shout out to the Dan Patrick show. I think that's his name. Hold on, let me make sure I get his name right. So I don't want to mess the David Paxman show. Shout out to him for this clip. He talks about what's this dude name? I don't want to fuck his name. I don't give a fuck about fucking his name up, but Patrick Bet Davis. He's from Iran or whatever the fuck. He's a sellout to his own people, but he's a racist. He surrounds himself with racists. He pretends that he's some type of ultra conservative type of dude. Or he's not a Republican, but he's MAGA. And MAGA is basically the Republican Party at this point. I don't know why people trying to conservative right-wingers trying to separate themselves from MAGA. That shit, Trump then took over that party. That shit is a wrap. But he decides to speak on an issue that this is what happens when you buck dancing coon. When you sell out your own people and you sell out other people of different races of people just to feed you. You know what I mean? As far as, getting wealthy or whatever. I don't know what the fuck some of these coon ass people and sell out ass people agendas is. I really don't know, and I really genuinely at a certain point I don't care. But he decides to speak on this issue because he said some shit of, a MAGA, some shit like that. But we'll get into it. I'm gonna let him explain it. And he got feedback that I don't know if he was shocked about it or he was hurt about it, right? Or was both. But somehow, some way, instead of dealing with the issue of whatever small portion it is of Trump base hates you, you decide to turn around and make it seem like the rest of us that don't agree with your bullshit hates you more. First of all, sir, I don't know you to hate you. I don't know MAGA people to hate them. And even if I did know you, I don't hate you. Hate is a strong word. Hate is to belittle people, to make yourself feel better about yourself. So no, sir, I'm not on that type of time. So, but watch the coonery at work. Watch the coonery at work. Let's get into it.
Hey, this is super funny. Patrick Bet David, the host of the PBD podcast, where I have appeared before, he had this little clip where he sort of learns that a lot of Trump's base doesn't like people like him and like me because we came here from another country. He explains, I was getting feedback that was like, go back to Iran.
Let me say this. It is very possible that he didn't know about this type of feedback that he could receive, because he probably have been getting praise from Trump supporters for so long because he always says the racist shit and says the racist tropes about his own people and others that don't look white. And so you can live in a bubble at a point, right, in your life, right? So it's very possible that he was kind of shocked that he didn't expect that, right? But a part of me is highly doubtful that he did not know that this was a percentage or a low or high percentage of Trump supporters that actually feels like this about him because he's not white. I don't know why, like, for some weird reason, these tap dancers, sellouts, pretend that they're appalled and shocked of this type of racism. But these are the same people, right, that talks racist white supremacy talking points, that's of color, that goes around and spills their hateful lies and rhetoric about racism doesn't exist in this country, especially to black people. Oh, but when it happened to me of another race that's a minority, I'm shocked or appalled. How could you? First of all, let's just put this out here. If you do not believe that racism doesn't exist in this country, right? You should never ever come out and says anything about racism, because racism doesn't matter. Far as your narrative, far as your lifestyle, race is not an issue. That's why I don't understand about they get mad at so-called DEI hires. How's that reverse racism when you don't believe in racism? When the country is not built on it. You can't on one hand say something doesn't exist, but then on the other hand says it does exist. It's just ridiculous. Shout out to my brother LT in the building. What up, L? Shout out to LT again. So not to be all tired. Yeah, I'm gonna get into that. Because it's a lot of shit that's going on that I have a real problem with, of these fake dudes. But like I mean, these fake dudes that pretend that they're men, but they're not really men. Like, you don't act like a man. Now, literally, you have man parts and all that shit, but you don't act like a man. So I'm gonna get into that. But yeah, you cannot keep saying racism doesn't exist, but then when you receive racism or you think something is being, somebody's reversing racism on you, right? Now racism exists. It doesn't work that way. It does it exist or it doesn't. You can't have it both ways. You can't say something exists and then says, you can't say something doesn't exist and then says it exists. It's an oxymoron. It doesn't make any sense. But anyway, let's move on.
Oh, I'm a Trump guy. I'm checking all the right boxes, but they still don't like me. Yes, this is a significant portion of the MAGA base. Listen, this is so funny. It's like he's learning in real time the people that he's chosen to associate himself with.
Look at the tweets. I said, our founding fathers. A guy responds back and says, those are not your founding fathers. Guy posts a picture of the Shelby.
And let me say this. I actually agree with the racists. They ain't your founding fathers. They ain't my founding fathers. They shouldn't be your founding fathers or mine, because they were slave owners. Listen, people. I'm still trying to figure out how in America we are still people are trying to push children and the rest of us to glorify people that was horrible. We're not talking about, like, all right, listen. Trump is bad. Like, he's a bad person. Right? We know this. We may think shit that Trump says is horrible. But compared to the so-called forefathers, them bitches was horrible motherfuckers. They was the scum of all scum. And anybody that enslaved anybody is horrible people. I don't give a fuck what time of the century it was. But mind you, these are the same people that tell you God existed. God exists. So nobody knew nothing about God. And so God just told you it's okay to enslave and beat and rape and murder people. Man, come on, man. I'm not trying to hear that shit. Trump is bad. He does some horrible shit, says horrible shit. But listen, he ain't got shit on him. The only thing Trump has a connection to with them as on that level of is horrible. If we went back to slavery, Trump would be okay with it. If we could enslave people, literally. I understand the workforce, I understand the jail cells. I get that part, the entities. But if he could bring slavery back, he will be okay with that. That's the only thing that he's comfortable, like in that realm of them, that he'll be okay with that. And there's a lot of politicians like that. I ain't even going to speak on the people that vote for him, because we already know these motherfuckers ain't shit. But yeah. But anyway, let's move on.
Says that's your founding fathers. But that tells you what, a part of this, there's nationalists,
Yes.
and there's white nationalists. White nationalists really don't want.
Let me say, stop. It is no difference to me. I know the definition of these things means somewhat of a difference, but it's no difference. Listen, especially when it comes to these type of people. You are one of them. They just, listen, see, this is where black people can school these stupid ass minority people. Listen, sir, you have racist ass black nationalists that ain't a part of America outside of this country. They're black nationalists. They are racist pieces of shit. It is just true. But in America, we don't have the power as black Americans to be black nationalists. Some of us try. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Some of the pro-black niggas, they try. But they ain't got no goddamn power. Because first of all, it ain't enough of us that actually sticks together to actually be on one accord. Listen, the reason Trump and the Republican Party is winning, right, and they have won, is because they knew how to stay on code. Listen, we're not even going to say 50% of white America is not racist anymore. We're not going to say that. That's not true. What is true, about 80% of white America is racist as a bitch. We're not going to play this stupid ass game. We in 2025 now. They got their racist ass president. They got their racist ass politicians in Congress and around the country in power. And you're going to see in the next year how racist white people are. A lot of them. A whole lot of them. They are about 90 to 80% racist. Let's just be real. Too many white people voted for racists. That is disturbing. That is some shit that if I'm a white person, I'm looking appalled. I'm appalled. I'm kind of fucked up a little bit. Like, what the fuck is going on with my people? It's the same way when we see coons, black people see coons. We see the Lord Jamals, all these niggas talking about they voting for a racist. Nigga, we like, hold up, bro. Whoa, nigga. Whoa. Fuck all that black empowerment bullshit you talk and was talking. Nigga, hold on. You vote for a racist? A blatant racist? Nah, nigga. A movement of racists? Nah, nigga. What has Trump did for black people? You can't name nothing. You know what I heard a stupid ass so-called pro-black nigga say to me? He said that he Trump support. He said, I voted for Trump. The one thing Trump I can really say that he done for black people is he opened our eyes up to how racist America really is. Nigga, if you didn't know that, then something is wrong. Listen, I don't have to receive racism every day from a racist ass white people, a racist ass white person, or a minority to know that this country is racist as a bitch. I don't have to get pulled over by racist white cops or whatever, or a racist judge. I don't have to go through that shit to know that this country is racist. You look at the behavior, you look what they're saying. We have video of these racist motherfuckers. I don't have to vote for a person for that. None of that shit makes any sense. But my point is, people, listen, I'm not playing this game in 2025. I'm calling shit what it is. 90% of white people, 80 to 90% of white people in this country is racist. It just is what it is. We're not going to play this stupid game no more. I'm not doing that. People showed me their true colors. This country showed me their true colors overall to me. It ain't no more of this, you know, we gotta, everybody ain't like this. No. We already established everybody ain't that. But we're not going to sit here and pretend, oh, it's just a small portion of Trump supporters that are white nationalists. No, sorry. No. First of all, let me explain something to y'all people. Listen. If I know that it's a small percentage of black folks that fuck with me and that are sellouts, I'm taking a good look at myself. I couldn't get mad at people be like, yo, Kenny, you okay with these coon ass niggas agreeing with you or rocking with you? And I'll say, well, that's just a little small point. You always got your radicals. No. We're not doing that. I will make it very, very clear that I don't fuck with them niggas. I don't want their support at all. Now, if they stupid enough to keep on supporting me, that's on them. But I will make it very, very clear, and I will shit on them every chance I get. But I will not pretend that, oh, you know, that's just a little small portion of people that fuck with me. You know, I don't really, you know, they off, but, you know, they still got a voice. No, they don't got no voice over here. And that's what these type of Trump supporters like him like to do. And even liberals, they like to do this. This dude, Patrick, David, he's going to do the same shit. And I'm not playing those games. I'm not playing that. All Trump supporters are racist. I don't give a fuck what you're talking about. Don't tell me that they voted for Trump. Listen, I don't give a fuck if Trump would have did what he did. What he say he gonna do for us? Bringing prescription drugs down, all this shit, bring groceries, gas. I don't give a fuck if he said that or not. He's a racist. He said racist shit. And I supposed to ignore that? That mean a motherfucker can cook me a nice dinner, right? At a restaurant and still call me nigga. Still call me a nigga. I'm talking ER, nigga. No. I will throw that shit in his face, even though, just say I had the food before and I know it's good. And you call me a nigga? Oh, now I'll throw that shit in your face. Get the fuck out of here. Even if he said, I'll give it to you for free. Every time you come here, I'll give it to you for free. I just, I got to be racist to you, though. Nah, bro. Listen, man. Like I said, I ain't playing those stupid ass games in 2025. You voted for Trump. I don't give a fuck who you are. Unless you black, you can't be racist, but you're damn sure a coon and a sellout. And you the worst of all worst. You're a black white supremacist to me. But to all the minorities that voted for Trump, all you bitches are racist. Just like the white racist motherfuckers. All you bitches racist. Because you do kind of have power, because y'all will stick together. You get more shit done than we do. Because black people can't stick together. Save our damn lives. We still out here hoping that we can change. Some of these black liberal motherfuckers still out there thinking we still hopeful that we can change the minds of racists. No. No, nigga, this ain't the 1960s, nigga. 1950s. You can't change these racist motherfuckers' mind. They are racist to the core. Only thing we can hope, don't wish it on you, but hope they die off. These motherfuckers are right now teaching their kids how to hate you and to hate your kids. No, it ain't no more of that shit. They all ain't racist. They just got a different perspective. No, okay, cool, fine. They got a different perspective. They all racist to me. You can't change my mind of that. I know white people that ain't racist. So I know the difference between good white folks and racists. I know the difference. No, I'm not playing those games. And listen, and I'm going to say this because nobody else want to say it. 50% to 60% of minorities in this country, whatever race they are, they racist too. You see, it was a small portion of black people that voted for Trump. Look at all the other minority groups. Look how high they voted for Donald Trump. Because they racist. Just being real. We was the only group collectively of black people out of any other different race of people that did not vote for Trump. We had the lowest, like we was the last. Even the so-called Jewish people voted higher for Trump than we did. And they white Europeans. Claiming that they something different, whatever. Come on, we're not playing these games. Let's move on.
Don't want people like us here. They just don't. White nationalists are a very different model. You view me as go back to Iran.
Yes.
Deport Elon back to, what do you call it, South Africa. Deport Vivek back to India, right? And you make those types of comments.
Yeah, even though Vivek was born here. Very good point.
Right. I don't think that's majority of America. I think that's less than 5%
that is the far
of
right.
America. Yeah,
You can think that all you want. Do you know it? Let's go off his narrative. It's less than 5%. And these are white people. These are not. Listen, these are not African Americans, Trump supporters. These are white people he's talking about. Okay? Listen, even if it was 5%, okay? That is about percentage-wise of the population. That's still about like 17 to 15 million of people. Like, I know my math might be a little off, but it's up there in the millions. It's like 15 to 17% of overall the people in the country, if that's 5% of what he's saying. Like, that's still a lot, bro. That's still a lot of motherfuckers. That's still a lot. But like I said, they can sit here and play this game. I'm a black man. I've been black all my life. I've been living in America all my life. I don't give a fuck how old he is. He a little older than me, but I don't give a fuck. I guarantee you his struggle is not, his struggle is nowhere compared to mine. Actually, I do know that for a fact. But I'm not going to sit here and pretend in 2025 of the last election that we just seen and just witnessed that somehow that's 5% of Trump supporters that's racist like that. Nah, bruh. Nah. The whole motherfucking movement is a racist movement. First of all, listen, I don't know if, well, I know the people that watch him and support that bullshit that he does is slow. I don't know if he think the rest of us is slow like that. But listen, bruh, he got a racist that gives him advice about everything all the time, and his name is Stephen Miller. So, the movement ain't a racist movement? Oh, it's only 5%? Hell no. Fuck out of here. Listen, people. I told y'all. Oh, my wife got back. Listen, I don't play those stupid ass games. Shout out to Butler in the building. First of all, I'm too old to play games like this, right? And then second of all, I don't think I got the patience anymore to hear this bullshit from these type of people. To try to play like this ring around the rosy politic bullshit. I don't got time to play games like that. The whole Trump movement is racist. Anybody that voted for Trump, you are racist. If you was black and you voted for Trump, you already know what y'all are. You motherfuckers ain't even the black sheep of the black community. You are a far, far distant cousin that we don't like and we don't never want to invite to nothing. You worse than the drunk uncle that nobody want to invite because this motherfucker come and fuck everything up. You way worse than him. At least we be trying to get him to get sober. But you motherfuckers, we don't give a fuck about you. Oh. The black coon? Oh, nah, man, I ain't. Listen, it'll get to a point. You ever notice, like, if you got, like, a family member, like, you really, really disgusted by, right? And you don't fuck with at all. And you come to find out they come into like the family reunion or, you know, anything to cook out, whatever, right? And motherfuckers like, you know what's that coming? Well, now I ain't coming, man. I ain't coming. You will not go around the family members that you actually like just because of that motherfucker. That's who the coons are. That voted for Trump and the sellouts. You already know how we feel about you house niggas. But anyway, let's move on.
Yeah, that's the far right.
Ultra-nationalists?
That's the far right. And the far left wants open borders.
See, this is a classic thing. When
What? How does, sir? How the hell do this got to do with anything with the so-called far left? This had nothing to do with them. They didn't because let's go off of the narrative of this stupid idiot, right? He said, just think about what he's saying. The far right, that 5% is racist. Okay. So to compare the far left, they want open borders. How that got, first of all, none of that shit even links up the same. Then how do that got to do, the far left, so because the far left want open borders. That's why the 5% of the right that was racist to you and don't like you, because the left want open borders? Is that what you're trying to say? Because none of that shit makes any sense, sir. None of that makes any goddamn sense. But the left, they want open borders. So you're rather not hear the left out because they want open borders. We're just going on the far left. They want open borders. You can't ideology wise or even think that you could fuck with somebody like that, but you'll go with a movement that actually be racist to you, that 5%. And it's because it is in Trump movement, right? Just like how you trying to say the far left is in the Democrat movement, right? Or the left movement, right? These radical lefts. That 5% is in the movement that you are supporting, sir. What'd that say about you? And like I said, how the fuck did the radical left come? How did they come in this conversation? First of all, let me just say this too about, like he said, the radical left want open borders. First of all, number one, that's a goddamn lie. But it is a little like it ain't even a big percentage of people. And I believe when you hear these people out, because I have talked to certain people like that, right? That said from the left, like this so-called far left, right? Which don't exist. It's some shit that the Republicans made up because we was calling their racist motherfuckers far right. But the whole time, their whole party is racist. There's no such thing of the far right. All them bitches is racist. But anyway, excuse me. When you talk to the people like that on the so-called far left, they say that because they know the history of the country. Because the country's been stolen. That's why they say that. That's a big part of why they say what they say. Because the country has been stolen. The land has been stolen. That's why they say that. This ain't, they want open borders. All types of crazy people to come through. That is not what that means. People, I don't give a fuck how good of a president you are to crack down on violence. Violence is still going to exist because bad people exist. It's to try to control it in a way or put policies there to, try to stop it or stop it, try to stop it before it happens, right? So shit is going to happen. Nobody's going to stop violence. Like Like it's like black people thinking that racism won't exist. It will always exist because we're not the only country that does this to people. So you get what I mean? Like, so it's not going to stop. You just got bad people in the world. Nothing won't stop that. You just try to control it and say, look, we ain't allowing it, put laws and policies around, and when motherfuckers do some shit, hold them accountable. That's it. That's all you can do. And if you believe in some type of religion, you hope and pray that these motherfuckers stop, or you can stop it, whatever. But you're not going to stop racism. You're not going to stop evil people from doing shit. Like, people are bad, man. Look, I told you, listen, if everybody in the country was rich, right, it'd still be people stealing. Because it's always going to be somebody, and it's almost human nature in a way, but it's always going to be somebody that's in that bunch of rich motherfuckers that's going to hate on that next month. Why you get that? Like, damn. Like, or think you better than that. Like, because money can change you. So, people will always steal. You see rich people steal all the time. Look, Donald Trump is so-called rich, right? This motherfucker he created a school and ripped off the elderly. Veterans. Like, and he's rich. So it like, I don't give a fuck. Money doesn't, always tell people money can change your life. It depends how you use the money. How you worship the money. Right? Because I don't worship money. So, you know, for me, I use it as, like, getting money as survival. Right? I don't even like I appreciate people donating shit like that because I can understand that may come from a genuine place, right? But, you know, I'm not, like, mad if you don't. Like, you get what I mean? Like, cause if I want money, I go work for it. I work for it. So, like, I'm not tripping, right? But I'm not going to treat you better because you donate more, right? Or I'm not going to treat you, you know, bad or worse than the person that, because they donate more and you don't donate at all. Or you got some people that donate consistently, but some don't donate. So you treat the ones that donate more differently. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not in that realm of doing that because I don't worship money the way people worship money. I don't worship materialistic shit either. You know what I mean? If I have something, it's because I want it. It's not because somebody else got the shit or I need to have that. Like, no, it's because I want it. And if I got the money, I can afford it and I'll get it. But if I don't, I won't get it. I want a lot of shit, but that don't mean if my money, my financial shit don't sit right, I ain't getting that shit. But nah, man, like, this whole notion that we live in a society where people try to downplay evil, it's like, it's weird as shit in America. It's like the most weirdest shit I've ever seen. We downplay evil. And then we'll try to come out here and act like we more superior than these same people that we're trying to downplay their bad shit that they have done to society. The bad part about it, people in this country, we glorify bad people and bad shit because it seems like the bad people that does shit seems cool. Seems like they having fun. Until consequences come around or karma come around and they reap what they sow. Like the Diddies. I know a lot of motherfuckers was hanging around Diddy like that nigga party. A lot of niggas knew he was doing some fucked up shit. I'm telling y'all. But hey, man. Soon that nigga started to go down, soon that shit came out, everybody all of a sudden, yeah, Diddy, man, no Diddy. No Diddy. Diddy the bad motherfucker, but everybody was all in the club. Take that, take that. It's all about the Benjamins, baby. We was all in that motherfucker, wasn't we? Damn, I wish I had that Diddy shit, man. All y'all see Diddy on TV. I'm gonna get that type of car, man. I'm gonna get that chain. Damn, like you motherfuckers actually do that. And then when he felt like, nah, I ain't doing that shit. No. Now all of a sudden everybody come out, oh, no, we all knew Diddy was bad though. Come on now. No, yeah, you did. The bad part about it is now you want to speak on it. Should have spoke on it before, but you didn't speak on it because at the time, Diddy had some power. You idolized him. You seen what he had. You wanted what he had. And you thought that shit he was doing was cool, regardless if he was mistreating people or not. You didn't give a fuck about that shit. The music was good. Now all of a sudden you turn your back on the motherfucker. Nah, keep that same energy. Listen, like I said, I knew for years about the Diddy shit, not to get off the topic, people, but I knew for years that Diddy did a lot of fuck shit to artists and shit like that. It always was rumored that Diddy, as much as people tried to like downplay Diddy toughness and shit, like Diddy was a savage. Like he wasn't no pussy dude like motherfuckers thought he was. But I told you, a lot of the niggas that act tough, it's usually a reason for that. It's because the money protect them, or they got enough money or enough niggas around them to protect them. But you strip that shit away from them, they really ain't shit. They like the average Joe out this bitch. Like really. So, like, I knew Diddy was a bad person, how he treated his artists. But as far as him being abusive to women and shit like that, nah, I didn't know that. I wouldn't pretend that I knew that. But to see it, it didn't really shock me that much, because you heard about the shit that he used to do to other like stars and shit, like male stars, like how he would talk to people. So it was like, yo, if you talk to grown ass men like that, imagine what you do. First of all, he wouldn't be able to talk to me like that, but he doing that to grown ass men. What you think? How you think he talking to women, or how violent you think he get with a woman? Like when you over trying to be tough, you gotta watch people like that, cause they most likely are woman beaters. Honestly, listen. The average person, average man that is confident in who they are and know they can throw them hands, or they'll get busy, or they ain't scared to fight a motherfucker, put it that way, right? They're not walking around on no tough shit all the time. That's dudes that do that is very insecure. It's something about them, and they can have everything. You see that he had everything. It's something insecure about him. Something happened to him. We just don't know. I mean, you can kind of get an idea. You see the type of relationship he has with his mom. That shit is weird, bro. Kissing your moms in the mouth and shit like that. That shit is weird, bro. Listen. If I'm not mistaken, Diddy mom in her late 60s, or she in her 70s, her early 70s, right? Diddy like 55, something like that maybe, right? His mid 50s. So they're not that far off of an age. So it didn't really shock me that much that she hung her out with Diddy and shit like that. You get what I mean? But it is an age range gap. You know, like when I used to hang with my aunts and uncles and shit, I used to go to their parties and shit. You know what I mean? It wasn't even about the music, right? Like, I wasn't really listening to the music really like that. Like, I was just like, it's about smoking the weed and drinking alcohol. Just being in the company, just like, you know, just being in the company of that. It ain't even about the age range. And then you had to mature. Like, when you hang around older people like that, you mature, because that young shit that you doing, that shit don't work in them circles, right? Like, so, it really, I know it didn't really bother me that she partied with him, because they're not that far off in age, and it's not this like crazy age gap, like far as like I got like me and my daughter or something. Like, I couldn't do no shit that my daughter does, man. Like, you know what I mean? On that shit. Even though my generation helped create a lot of the shit that they probably get ready to go through, and a lot of young folks go through, I don't want to be around that shit. I ain't gonna say I don't want to be around it. I can't hang long. Put it that way. Too old for that shit. So you had to come and do some shit what we do. You know what I mean? Like, if you young, you gotta do some shit I'm doing. I can't go to no young shit. You know what I mean? I like that shit, like, nah. But my whole point about the Diddy shit, like, everybody knew, bro. And it just bring me back around to America. We glorify bad shit. And then when a motherfucker do some shit like, oh my God, I couldn't believe you did that. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Listen, I'm 43 years old, bro. I've been around motherfuckers that beat women. I done watched niggas stand around and let that shit happen. Now, at the time, I was young. I didn't know, like, what the fuck was going on. Like, I didn't know if I could step in or not. I didn't know. You young, you don't know shit. But you talking about people at a person's peer, their age range, and nobody does nothing? Get the fuck out of here. And I seen it. I watched it happen. And that shit happened when my cousin did that shit. When he in our age range, he did that shit to the girl, his baby mother. Nigga, hey nigga, be like, oh yo, the fuck wrong with you? Like, we said something. We told that nigga, you gotta get the fuck out. Like, we taking her home, but you gotta get the fuck out, bro. Like, I had to choke this nigga. I almost killed him. Like, so, like, at a certain point, if you in my age range, I know that shit is wrong, I allow it. That means I'm okay with it. Ain't that much fucking fear in the world, bro. I've been in shootouts. I've been shot and I've been stabbed. Almost died twice. Ain't that much fear in the fucking world, bro. Oh, I'm scared to lose my job. Nigga, I lost jobs before. So what? I've been poor before. Fuck we talking about? You think I wasn't unemployed having a kid? Get the fuck out of here. Nah, I'm not doing that with people. People can't make those same excuses anymore about why they don't speak up and stand up. So that's why in 2025, I'm saying this shit. Like, yo, all Trump supporters are racist. You know what's going on. Everything I'm saying, it boils back to what I'm saying about Trump supporters and people that support him. You know that this dude is bad. You are selfishly ignoring it because somehow, some way you think he's going to benefit you. You know he's bad. But you ignoring his bad behavior because somehow it helps you. You think I ain't hung around bad people that did bad shit and I knew it was wrong, but that motherfucker benefited me somehow, even though I knew he was doing some fuck shit that I ain't like? Morally? Come on, bro. We're not playing these games like people trying to play these stupid games. Like, we are too grown. If you're a grown ass person still out here playing these games, well, I got fucked over. No. I got bamboozled. You ain't get bamboozled. You was okay with the fuck shit happening because you was benefiting from it. That's a fact. And the reason I know that, because I did it. So I know that you know better. I don't give a fuck how stupid Trump supporters are. And they are very stupid. But morally, they ain't that stupid. They know exactly what they're doing. You're fucking with Trump because somehow you think he's going to he's going to benefit you. So you ignore his racist behaviors. So I'm not playing those games. But anyway, let's move on. It's 2025, bitches. I ain't playing these games with y'all. You stupid Trump supporter, I'm not playing with you stupid motherfuckers. You're a bunch of racists, and it is what it is, and ain't nobody gonna change my mind on that. I can prove it every time. That's the part. That's the bad part about it. Like, they're still trying to pretend that they're not racist, but I can prove that you are. And it's easy work. It ain't like no shit I gotta I gotta do all this crazy research to prove that they're racist. I don't have to do that. Let's move on.
When they have no way to deny that there is this horrible, xenophobic, unsavory contingent in their movement, rather than just dealing with that, he goes, and on the far left, they want open borders. What does that have to do with anything? Whether it's true doesn't even matter. That's not the issue.
I said the same thing.
That's not really what we're talking about here.
And let everybody come in here. Let's legalize everyone. The far right wants, if you're not a white nationalist, get the hell out.
Sir, first of all, sir, you know the bad part about it, I don't like about these type of minority people, is that you wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for black people. Black Americans. Martin Luther King and them. Rosa Parks and them. Harriet Tubman and them. Like, you wouldn't even be here. And it disturbs the shit out of me. And listen, if I was a hateful person, I would hate this dude. Because, like, you ungrateful ass minority. And there's a lot of y'all like that. A whole lot of y'all. You are some ungrateful ass minority people. Look, black people ain't telling you gotta kiss the ring, but you better put some motherfucking respect on our name. And stop the disrespect. But this whole notion that you just sit around and just get on, you got a platform in America. Well, what America that we built. Our people built this bitch. And you got a nerve, the galls to get on a American platform as a minority and side with racists is highly disturbing to me. And I'm looking at my minority people that ain't like this, like, yo, y'all should be roasting these motherfuckers. They should be disowned. Just like we disown coons. That's why y'all see the title, people. It's not our fight no more. All these minorities like this, they think they got it like that. They think, oh, they good now. They got with they got with Massa. They done moved up to the big house. They ain't in the field no more. Okay, cool. About to have a motherfucking rude awakening. listen, I told you, a part of me hope Trump don't do what he do, but a part of me hope he does. I hope he does everything he says he want to do. Because my honest opinion, see, the racist white people, they know better. They using these ignorant ass minority people to feed their nonsense. I mean, to spread their nonsense. They're using them. And it goes for the coons too. They just using you niggas. And y'all, I don't know if you're falling for it or you're just ignorant, or you know what you're doing and you try because you made it to the big house. You don't give a fuck no more. But like I said, when a part of me hope Trump does exactly what he says he's going to do, because these minorities and coons needs to be humbled. Needs to be humbled. Oh, the white liberals, they humbled. The corporate white liberals, Joe Biden, they humbled. That's why you hear him now. We're okay, we're working with the other side. I ain't. If I was that's why I couldn't be a politician. Because I'm not okay with working with the other side. Somebody asked me why, well, you don't run for some type of seat or something. For what? I probably get kicked out the first day. First of all, number one, I'm going to turn off a lot of white people. I'm going to turn off a lot of minorities. And I'm going to turn off somewhat of black folks. Because I ain't going to kiss your ass. I'm going to tell you the truth. And I'm not going to bite my tongue for y'all. I'm going to stand up for what's right, but I'm damn sure not going to bite my tongue when some shit fucked up go wrong. No. Fuck that. You see the liberals? We okay with the good side. Are we okay with working with the other side? Nah, fuck all that. First of all, that's why y'all lost the election. Because you want to work with the other side. You want to work with people that hate everybody. I don't know how you work with that. I could say this as a grown-ass man. It was a period of time where I really genuinely believe, regardless if I didn't like Republicans' ideology, I know one thing that they would not stand for. One thing that the Democrats and Republicans, regardless if I like the Democrats platform or Republican platform, you knew that motherfuckers was like, yo, we don't play that traitor shit. We listen, nigga, this is democracy. I don't give a fuck. We don't do that type of shit. And what Trump did, and for people to sit around and act like this dude is a president, he is a dictator. He's no president. And the Republican Party ain't nothing but the Klan. They got a bunch of house niggas and minority groups. That's all you got. That just is what it is. The whole notion people sit around and play with these people and pretend that these people are somewhat, we still can work with them, they still good people. No. Who told you that? Have you watched the behavior of these people in the last 10 years? Are you kidding me? Hell no. First of all, I say the last 20 years. Since Obama became president. The so-called first black president. This motherfucker was the cleanest black dude you'll ever get, and they treated him like shit. He ain't even all way black, nigga. He's a mixed breed. He's one of us and y'all. And you still mistreat him? Wow. Okay. See, look, a lot of black people, a lot of people ain't fuck with Barack after we found out he's doing that Democrat bullshit, working across the aisle bullshit, and ain't getting no shit done. Like he's supposed to. Listening to Biden and them and shit. But when that nigga first ran, nigga, man, come on. He became president. Oh, nigga, we riding with that nigga. And listen, I'm not gonna lie to you. Probably about 60% to 70% of black people voted for President Obama, former President Obama, because he was black. We ain't gonna lie about that. Just like if we ain't gonna lie about that, then these Trump supporters, you can't lie and pretend that you ain't racist. Because you only voted for Trump because he embraced your racism and your bigotry, your being homophobic and sexist. What the fuck are we talking about here? The problem is with racist ass white people, they still trying to pretend that they ain't racist. And that's the bad part about it. That's what's irritating me. Just be who you gonna be. Because I know who the fuck I am. You sons of bitches. Let's move on.
Let's get the hell out of here. The problem here is you as a consumer not knowing the position of the individual before they say it, and you think everyone is in that position. They're not. Not everyone's in that position.
Yeah. They also want me to go back to Argentina, right? I mean, it's like, this is not a new thing. It's shocking to me that he's acting as though it's news to him that this exists on his side, and it's not 5%. Now, I'm not going to sit here and pretend it's everybody. I mean, it's not PBD, right? We can say a lot of things that we would disagree about, and when I was on his show, we disagreed about tax policy, we disagreed about so many different things. But one of the things that is absolutely the case is that PBD is not in this I should go back to Argentina thing, because it'd be kind of hypocritical if it were the case.
But
then,
first of all, this is why I don't listen. This is why I don't like this bullshit going on in the left. Like, I'm not gonna play that game no more. I don't give a fuck if he don't believe in, or you should just go back as you Argentina. I don't give a fuck about that. When you know that it's people in your party that support shit, and you still vote for it, and it's evil, and you say, oh, well, I ain't like that, but, they still voters. No. Let me just say something. Let me just be real about it. Listen, I'm not the biggest fan. God rest his soul. I'm not the biggest fan of John McCain. And, definitely I can't stand his fucking daughter. I believe that bitch is a racist. I believe that John McCain might be, he might be in a closet. He probably was in a closet bigot. But, but I didn't like John McCain. Didn't like his policies, didn't like nothing about him. Right? But I don't know if John McCain stepped up to deny shit or step up to speak on some shit when shit went wrong or not because he understood politics or he thought it was genuinely wrong. But either way, I respect it either way. But if somebody blatantly allows something to happen, you are complicit. And you know it's wrong. And you say nothing because if you fear the person, right? People might have a little bit more sympathy for you, right? But if it was to benefit you or whatever, you don't say anything and you know it's wrong, you complicit. regardless of however you want to look at that shit. Listen, people, I used to always say, a lot of shit that I used to get into when I was in the streets and shit, a lot of that shit wasn't my beef. Right? But it didn't matter. You know why? Because I ran with some niggas that got into that shit with niggas. Right or wrong, I roll with it. As somebody that was a former street nigga, if I can admit that, why the fuck is Trump supporters or these type of Trump supporters and these type of liberals trying to pretend like that shit don't matter? Oh, that's not everybody. No, that's everybody. You don't hang with people. Fight for people. Vote for people. Give people money. If they do foul fucked up shit and you still do that, then you complicit. If you start fucking with that motherfucker, you find out they did some fuck shit, then that's different. But if you know what these people do, you are complicit. Prime example. I said this shit in 2019. Joe Biden was running against Trump. And I said, I ain't voting for Joe Biden. I said, and I didn't. I'm not voting for him because, number one, I believe Joe Biden is an inner closet bigot. And he's a corporate Democrat, and I'm not supporting that shit. He ain't gonna do shit. People, was I right or was I wrong? Did he do anything? No. He did the status quo. He did what he was supposed to do as a fucking president. Was he revolutionary or he did some shit that was great? No. He didn't do anything different. How you going to work out a deal? People talk about the prescription drug thing. It's a good thing. I'm not trying to deny that. But it would have been bigger if this shit would have been for everybody. He did it for certain people. That's not revolutionary. That's not no big shit. Like, I mean, it's big, but it ain't like no revolutionary type shit. Like, Biden didn't do nothing. He did the status quo. And a lot of people was okay with him doing the status quo. I get it. But I wasn't okay with voting him for that. No lie to you. I said I'm voting for him or Vice President Harris, regardless this time around. You know why? Because of how bad Trump is, and I knew what him and the Republican Party was going to do. It's one thing of dealing with Biden. Yeah, in the Democrat Party, they on some bullshit. Don't like that shit. I tell you that shit all the time. It's another thing of these motherfucking racist ass Republicans. This shit is different. This is a different type of evil. And I said, I'll take Biden this time around. I didn't want Trump to be back in there. Plus, he's supposed to go to jail. And that was one of the things. He did so many people wrong, and this motherfucker skated free. Ain't nothing happening. Ain't nothing gonna happen to Trump. These motherfuckers out there talking about, liberals talking about, we want to put up the documents of his cases that he had pending. I don't want to see that shit. First of all, I don't need to see it because I already know what he did. Fuck, I need to see it for. Bitch, now y'all just campaigning. I don't want to see that shit. This is why the liberals lose. They do stupid shit like this. Nobody gives a fuck. All those so-called liberal judges talking about they trying to be fair. What are you being fair about? The motherfucker committed a crime. The motherfucker got found guilty, and the judge in New York talking about, oh, he's the president. Man, fuck all that shit, man. Fuck all that shit. Listen, first of all, they don't do it to Congress people or mayors. They important. But, oh no, but he the president. The president don't do shit. He's just a face. The motherfuckers around him do shit. People in Congress pass laws. The president signs laws. That's it. And we already know Trump ain't no hands-on-hand president where he sitting down with lawmakers and he got his people working out some shit. Listen, his people working out some shit and Trump, okay, cool. He ain't going through it with his people. He want to know how this gonna make him look good or how it gonna make him look bad. He don't give a fuck. Trump is listen, far as running the country, Trump is the worst. He don't know how to run nothing. That motherfucker don't even know how to run his own businesses. You heard stupid Trump supporter talking about, well, you know Trump, people telling like, you know Trump is in debt. Trump supporters say, well, you know, that's how a business person is. They always in debt. No, they not. Who told you that? Not every great businessman is in debt. The fuck are you talking about? First of all, rich people do not get in debt. They lose money. They don't never be in debt. If you're rich like that, you're never in debt. You're losing money. So now you can't pay certain shit. But you're not in debt. And debt means you got money, you borrow money, and you can't pay that shit back. That's what debt is, motherfucker. No great businessman. Come on, man. Like, yo, we like to blame a lot of this shit on the educational system of this country. It's actually genuinely not. Believe it or not, people, if children just educated themselves on social media or the internet, that's right, they'll learn more in school. I mean, they'll learn more on the internet than they learn in school. But it depends too if your kid just getting fed bullshit. That's the bad part about the internet, because the internet can feed you bad shit. Even though the school system don't tell you the whole truth, at least on the internet you can get the whole truth. But then you can get people to lie or give you half truths like the school system does. Like, they talk about Martin Luther King and shit like that, but they don't speak about all the other people that was more involved that helped Martin Luther King in that. Like, you get what I mean? Like, they don't go down the details with that shit. And then when they tell you about the forefathers in school and shit, they say he was a slave on their own slaves, it was bad. But then they still talk about all these good parts about him. They almost make him seem like the forefathers was just as equally good as Martin Luther King. Like, that's how they try to make it in school. I mean, how they present it in school. If you really genuinely think about it. Or they more above Martin Luther King. Because they was the first presidents or first forefathers. Christopher Columbus was greater than Martin Luther King. No, he wasn't. This motherfucker didn't discover America. Like, what are you talking about? Nobody tells the truth about that shit. Not in school, they genuinely don't. Only time when you finally find out who fuck Christopher Columbus really was, is when you get to college. Shout out to Game in the building. What up, Game? Appreciate you, bro. But nah, like, these motherfuckers, they be trying to like act like these so-called forefathers is somehow morally on the same level as Martin Luther King or above him. Like, dude, they own slaves. Martin Luther King ain't never owned slaves. He fought against slavery, enslaving people, uniting people, bringing all different races of people together. Nigga, George Washington can't hold Martin Luther King jockstrap. What the fuck are we talking about here? What are we talking? Nigga, even if you want to bring up Malcolm X past, he ain't do nowhere close to what George Washington did. Or allowed? Like, what the fuck are we talking about? On a moral level? No, get the fuck out of here. On a literal level, like, what are you talking about? There's no comparison. They're not on the same level. When you talk about forefathers, nigga, listen, these are my forefathers, okay? Or four people that motherfuckers I idolize. That's my forefathers or four women, okay? As Harriet Tubman, Rosa Parks, Martin Luther King, and Malcolm X. Nigga, and that's where we start. And that's where it start and finish at. I don't know the fuck we talk about, man. Ain't no motherfucking George White forefather. Ain't no my motherfucking forefathers. How? You enslaved my people, raped my people, murdered my people, but somehow, 100 years later, I'm supposed to somehow act like you was good for me? You was good for my people? You gave me civility. You created a country for me. You didn't build shit. The motherfuckers that you enslaved built the country. Not George Washington. I don't give a fuck what he wrote. Even when he wrote his shit, he still didn't include black people. The slaves that he owned. Did you notice that? The Constitution, all that shit, they still did not include us and motherfucking Negroes and these white people and these minority people trying to act like these people supposed to be some type of hero. Hero to who? They created what? Of course you can get a whole bunch of racist motherfuckers to buy some shit that a slave owner wrote, which is the so-called Constitution. Let me make a black Constitution and see what happened. But the first thing I do is all you racist motherfuckers, you're going back where you come from. Since you like to tell black people where we should come from, go back to where we come from, you going back too. You going back too. But if you gave us the new Constitution of America, all you racist people got to go. You got to go. And all you minorities that signed with them, you got to go. All the coons, the shucking and jiving you did, you got to go. We're trying to make a good union over this bitch, where everybody free. Everybody can, if motherfucker want to be gay, be gay. You want to believe in Muslim, whatever your religion, hey. Christianity, whatever. My second rule, listen, people, you can't push your religious beliefs on others. Because that has what has, see, people think it's just started to happen. It happened when they enslaved black people. They pushed their whole racist, religious ideology on us. We was never Christians, people. Go look where black people come from. Ain't no Christianity in that. Go look in Africa, nigga. Ain't no Christians in Africa, nigga. Nigga, we come from the motherland, nigga. We spiritual people. We are not religious people. It's a difference. We don't believe in none of that bullshit that they believe in. You really genuinely think about it. Why you think if you go outside of this country, you start going to the Middle East, you start going to Egypt and all that other shit, even China, they don't believe, nobody believe in Christianity, bro. Now you go to European countries, yeah. Because it was all shit that how they conquered the world. Listen, I may piss some people off, what I'm getting ready to say, but like I told you, we in 2025, people. And listen, the truth needs to be said. Listen, Christianity is all about oppressing people. Taking away people's rights and taking away people experience in life to try to make everybody be one. But they get mad at the Muslims. They get mad at every other religion, but they do the same exact shit. Even worse, because Christianity conquered the world. People acting like, oh, Catholic is something different. It's not. They're just a smaller version of shit that they pick and choose out of Christianity. That so-called Bible. That's all it is. People want to be sitting here and acting like, oh, it's a different religion. It's actually really not. Everything that Catholic people actually believe is damn near the same. They just picked and choose some things to sit there and fake glorify. I know some religious people gonna get upset with me, but the truth is the truth. You think of any religion that conquered the world? Name the religion. I'll wait. People want to talk about Judaism. Listen, it's a religion. Let me just say this. The reason Judaism, that shit is Christianity. That was some shit that they tried to took from Christianity and tried to mix it with the spiritual shit that black people, that we had in Africa. That's all that is. That's why you see the Netanyahus of the world. It's just a mixture. All that shit, the Judaism, all that shit, man, come on, man. That's why you look at Netanyahu. And a lot of them motherfuckers that's from Israel. You know they mix with something. What they mix with? Black. And they mix with white. European. That's all it is. It's a bunch of fucking, basically, Barack Obamas. That's all it is. And they tried to mix African shit, African spirituality with Christianity. That's it. Where you think Christianity come from? Talking about spirits and shit like that. Nigga, that comes from us. We believe in spirits. We believe in the earth and all that other shit. That shit comes from us. That shit don't come from Christianity, bro. That's some white European shit they made up to mix our shit with theirs. That's all they did. Do your fucking research on a lot of that shit. That's all they did. Go look at hundreds of years, thousands of years. That's all they did. They took from black folks. They always do. Take out shit, try to remake it it's their shit. It wasn't your shit. And then you just you rewrite it and then put a new name on it and then act like, oh, this is Christianity. Get the fuck out of here. Think about anybody that believe in Christianity. That's white. Right? Think about all the countries that believed in Christianity. Even the Catholics believe in all that shit. Every last one of them European countries enslaved people. Then they try to say, oh, well, black people enslaved their own. First of all, black people didn't even know about enslaving people until the white Europeans came. When they got bamboozled in Africa to thinking that these white Europeans was going to help them bring more resources. And that's how that shit went. So a lot of African people got bamboozled. And so a lot of the slavery that the Canazoans and them, they like to talk about, oh, Africa was enslaving Africans. That shit happened because of white Europeans. Because they was already in their own country enslaving their own. And they pushed that enslavement shit around the world. That's why you had the Hitlers. The fuck are we talking about here? It wasn't hard for them to enslave their own people. It wasn't hard for Hitler to enslave his own people. It wasn't hard for him to do that. Because they was already doing it. And listen, I always tell y'all, enslavement comes from who has the most money. Right? Like, who's actually doing well. So if you got a small percentage of people doing very well, they're going to look down on the big majority of people. Listen, I told you, capitalism can be good, but you can use capitalism in the bad way. And that's what has happened through hundreds of years. Had your kings and queens and all that shit. Like, all that shit is for a reason. It's all because of capitalism. If you got people that has more than others, it's easy to manipulate people that don't have. You can get them to do damn near anything you want them to do. That's why, like, people sitting out here talking about, oh, how these gang leaders got these niggas out here doing shit. What? Capitalism, nigga. And then once a motherfucker idolize what you got a whole bunch of people idolizing what you got, and they want to figure out how to get that, now you got them. You manipulate them. And then when you feel that, hold on, these motherfuckers might be a little smarter than me, or maybe they more of a go-getter than I am, because you know what, I've been comfortable, so you know, I was a hustler, I was getting it, but you know, I'm more laid back because I got everything. Now you feel a threat because you see that this person attracts others. So now then what you do? Then what you do, people? then you put fear in them. So you take the motherfucker that everybody kind of like, damn, yo, his personality, his aura, everything good, you know, his leadership skills, and then a nigga that's actually in power take some steps down, or they kill him. So that rings bells to the rest of the motherfuckers. Don't get too comfortable, nigga. You only can get to this level. That's been society for thousands of years. This ain't new. So when people sit out there and be like, oh, I don't understand how the gang members can capture these people like that and get these people to do this. What? Shit, the police department does it. Congress does it. The government does it. The world does it. Listen, education is not as what y'all think it is, right? Human nature smarts, right? Reality smarts is what I call it. People been had that shit. All this educational shit, you got to go to college, all that shit just been made up to separate people, like the separate people's intelligence, right? Like, listen, if you can't speak this and say this, or you got a degree in this, you can't really speak to me. I'm here, right? It's like I said, it's all about being above somebody. Think about this. All this shit, talk about this, the best era we had, all the education in the world, people are much more smarter now. No, they're not. They're not. We're not as smart as our ancestors. We're not that smarter than a lot of our ancestors from hundreds of years ago. We're not. Because they still ruled shit. They still was in power to do shit. They wasn't no fucking college. Fuck you talking about? There wasn't no colleges back in those days like that. What are y'all talking about? The education system wasn't like that. What are we talking about? But they still rule shit. Because human nature, if you have a personality, and if you are, I call it reality smart, and you see what's going on around, and you know how to move, you can control some shit. You can control people. They didn't have all this college. You can read a book and the internet. They didn't have all that, and they still ruled. Hitler still ruled. He had the greatest education in the world like some of us do now. He still ruled though. As horrible as he was, he still ruled. Y'all keep thinking that shit. Motherfuckers think they still gotta go. I gotta go to college to get a college degree. That's the only way I'm gonna make it. Yeah, okay, cool. That's why a lot of y'all in debt. They know how to get money out you. I told you, listen. I got this thing. Well, nigga, I ain't even gonna be driving my car like that, man. I ain't gonna tell y'all my plans yet. But, hey, man, I ain't even driving no car to get no motherfucking way to good to work. Just telling y'all that now. I think the only reason I even got a car is because of simple fact, I might get rid of my car. Honestly. Once I can find out this way I'm trying to do some shit, I can't tell y'all everything. But once I find out how I can do this shit, man, I ain't driving no more, man. I ain't driving my motherfucking car. Listen, that could be true. But listen, it could be true. The problem was to talk about the election a little bit. Listen, the only reason that Vice President Harris lost was because of the simple fact of the Democrat elites. They fucked this up like they always do. And they doing it again. They did the same shit with AOC. They didn't want to put her in, let her lead a committee and shit. They want to put this old nigga in there. I'm like, yo, I don't give a fuck how long he been there. You a corporate Democrat. You ain't got no new ideas. What the fuck are we doing here? You gonna bring this motherfucker gonna bring the same old. So like, I keep saying this. Even though I'm cool, I kind of like Hakeem Jeffries, but he ain't nothing but a puppet. He Nancy Pelosi puppet. He knew that he had to leave. I mean, she knew she had to leave. Nobody would listen to her no more. She was, donors, people talk, them elites talk. They knew it was time to put somebody else different there. But is he any different? Really? The problem with the Democrat Party is they don't understand that it's time for change. And let me just say this. Even though the Republican Party change went to, let's get back to racism and bigotry and homophobic and all that shit, what they doing ain't nothing new. But at least they was like, we can't keep playing this, we can reach across the aisle type of bullshit. Fuck the Democrats. And that's basically what they did. And Trump gave them the motherfucking power to do it, nigga. Well, I ain't gonna say the power, but he gave them the power now, but he put the battery in their back. They like, fuck that. People was like, can't believe Lindsey Graham changed like that. I can. A lot of them motherfuckers, I can see it. They was already racist. I told you they was in the closet bigots. They just needed a motherfucker like Trump. Oh, this is a winning show. Oh, we gonna do this. This shit that Trump is pushing, people, this been the Republican Party platform. They been wanting all this shit that Trump is saying. People kept acting like, oh, this is new. Can't believe it. I can't. They been pushing. That's why I never voted Republican. This shit been there. They've been doing this shit before the Civil Rights Movement and after the Civil Rights Movement. But they've been plotting really, really like that after the Civil Rights Movement to take shit back to where they, how it used to be before the Civil Rights Movement. They've been doing that shit. They ain't never liked this shit. They don't like the way the America is. They never liked that shit. They don't like black people can eat with them. They didn't like black people being in their presence. Like, I don't know why people shocked about a lot of this shit. That's why, like, people like, Kenny, why you ain't more upset? Like, what am I upset about? If I'm upset about something, I'm upset that people are living in fantasy lands of like acting like this shit is new. This ain't new, bro. These people been like this. Trump just put the battery in his back, and somehow that motherfucker clicked. He clicked. They rest of them, Mr. McConnell, all of them, they couldn't click. But Trump clicked with him. All those white people that you thought was your friends and all that shit, they was really in the closet bigots. That's now Trump supporters. They always been that way. It was a lady I used to work with. She used to say some real weird shit sometimes, right? But now it makes sense. At the time it didn't, but now it makes way more sense to me now. She's always complaining about people just get on welfare, but she would never say black. People just can get on welfare. I can't do it, blah, 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 whatever. I've been working hard all my life. But you're a Republican. You shouldn't care about being on welfare. You shouldn't care about government assistance. Because you pull yourselves up by your bootstraps. Unless you don't, you get what I mean? Like, it doesn't make it, and then it made sense to me. She was a bigot at heart. Because they was raised that way. Because if you look around, you start seeing people thrive that don't look like you. And you was like, I didn't pull myself up by my bootstraps. This is what a lot of Republicans think. They done pulled themselves up by their bootstraps. They've been working hard and they ain't went nowhere. But they see minorities and black people and the gays and, even especially for the white men. They see white women surging and getting positions of they think they own, that's theirs. Nigga, they resent that. They always resented that. But it finally hit them, no lie to you, when the first black president came in. Oh, look, how we let him get in here? How we let this nigga get in? Hussein? His name Hussein? Ain't we against the terrorists? We against brown people? Black people, why y'all okay with that? And they was like, oh, little nigga, he ain't no Muslim. And even if he was, what do it matter? And they didn't see that we gave the same feedback. They was like, oh. And to see black people being energized and happy and like, yo, I'm voting for Barack, nigga. And white people at work, mind you, you at work, and they hearing us speak about this shit. They mad as shit. They been plotting for years, bro. These racist pieces of shit that you thought was your friends, your co-workers, your friends, living next door to you. They been racist as a bitch. They been racist, bro. They did a good job of hiding it. Cause it wasn't acceptable to a certain extent, right? But yeah, man, they been like that, man. Like, that's why it doesn't even shock me that shit be happening. Because I be like, yo, they been this way. They been fucked up. These people, they been out of control, people. They just been waiting for their moment. And Trump was their moment. I'm gonna tell you some real shit. When Trump got elected the first time, it was mainly because black people didn't vote. Male chauvinist type shit. Even for black men. Same shit. Because the percentage of black men voting for Trump went up a little bit. It was better than George Bush. You seen it. Right? And it was because, she was saying little shit and we ain't like it, right? What? Because we was ignorant. A lot of us was ignorant and didn't pay attention to who Trump was or the policies and shit. We scrapped that, right? We all fucked up on that. Trump did 4 years. Black people, me, myself, I said, hey. Some of us like, hey, man, ain't shit gonna change, bro. And y'all already fucked up on Bernie because y'all let the Democrat Party do that bullshit. We should have, at that time when they fucked Bernie over the way they did, we should have right then and there said, hey, man, no, we ain't voting for you. Because y'all did some fucked up shit. The corporate Democrats did some fucked up shit behind the scenes to fuck Bernie. No, we not doing that. We still ain't voting for you. And we didn't make that shit very clear as black people. Because I told you, Democrat Party, regardless of all these minorities, they don't win without us. And believe it or not, yeah, it was a high percentage of us that did vote for the Democrat Party, but it wasn't like it's supposed to be. We was in the 80s. We usually 90, 95. When we 90, 95, Democrat Party wins. But we didn't show up. And I'm upset at some people, but at the same time, I'm not that upset at my people because it's a lesson to learn for the Democrat Party. Stop playing with us. Stop playing with us. Stop taking us for granted. But I'm mad at black people because we should, somehow black people that didn't do this or whatever, didn't vote or whatever and didn't come out. I'm mad at them for this one reason, because we should have did that 4 years ago. Not this time around. We should have did that shit 4 years ago. So we didn't have to deal with a fucking Trump now. But now, hey, it is what it is. Let's get back into it.
Then maybe he should go back to Iran, right? He's not part of that. But pretending that that's only 5%. I mean, listen, if it's 5% of America, it's 17 million people. But that's if you consider the entire population, including kids, including people who don't even know to have positions on this. If you just say, well, what percentage of Trump voters is the kind of ultra-nationalist go back to Iran group? My guess, I don't want to overstate it, but it's probably a third of the Trump electorate that's overtly part of that. And maybe there's another third that kind of dabbles in it. They probably wouldn't say it, but to a degree they think it. That's what it is. You know,
So they still racist. And see, and this is, listen, shout out to him, but this is the problem with white folks. You can play around and dabble in that game of, oh, it's a third here, it's a third there. No! You're talking about a third here and another third that dabble in it. That's still racist. What are we talking about here? I don't give a fuck if it maybe, if he think a third dabble, a third part of that base dabble in it. Number one, a third of it is still fucked up. But you talking about another third of that dabble in it? Nah, bro. See, and this is the problem with white liberals. I don't give a fuck if they progressives or not. This is the shit that y'all do. See, you have the privilege to come out and try to not alienate racist ass white folks. Or you pretend not to. Or, you know, like, no. I don't give a fuck about alienating Trump supporters or alienating these racist ass white people. I don't give a fuck. First of all, let me just say this to the white liberals that I don't believe that's racist, that does stupid shit like this and say shit like this. You got the privilege to say it. I don't give a fuck about alienating you either. Just like the chick from TYT, Anna. I don't give a fuck about you. If you're gonna play in this realm of, we can't call him a fascist. Now, that's not the definition of it. Okay, fine. Cool. Is he a racist? Yeah. Okay, so what the fuck is the difference from a racist, a fascist, and Hitler? The number one thing they all got in common is that they're racist. Huh? And do racism hurt people? Do it demean? Do it oppress people? Yes, it does. I don't know how playing these stupid games with Anna. I don't give a fuck about what she's talking about. Listen, Let me do you a favor, Anna, from TYT. I gives less fuck about how the fuck you feel in your white privilege. That you think that somehow the rest of us are stupid enough. Oh, we over exaggerate. Ain't nobody say we was going MAGA. First of all, to even act like MAGA people matter is a problem for me as a black person. So you can take that as a black person. I don't give a fuck you as a white person, you privilege, whatever. I don't give a fuck. As a black person in America that been dealing with this shit all my life, listen, I don't have the time to play around with racists. I don't understand why I would have to understand where racists come from, because they're not living as well like I'm not living as well. When they got way more up, as them even not living as well in the same position I am, they still have a privilege over top of me. They still have an advantage over me because of the color of their skin. So I don't have to, and they're racist? Like, what the fuck? Oh, we gonna try, well, all MAGA ain't racist. This is about economics. Listen. Even in the economic realm, black people still get fucked. What are you talking about? Black people, the problem with black people, we've been institutionalized of this country to where we don't understand our worth. That's the problem. And then it goes back to what I say, we don't stay on code. Listen, let me explain something to y'all very, very clearly. This is my whole New Year's resolution for this year and for the next 4 years. It's to get black people to understand that if we come together and we stay on code, watch how all the other different minorities and all the white people all of a sudden they need us now. Because now when we don't give a fuck, now there's an issue. Watch how the country falls apart if we don't give a fuck. If we ain't supporting that shit. Listen, people. Other than the politics of the systemic structure of politics in this country, right? We the culture. We the fucking culture. When we say, nope, enough of that. Nope, enough of that. We ain't fucking with that. We ain't rocking with that. Watch how shit change. But we don't have, a lot of us are institutionalized. And we don't understand that we have our power, but we don't use it. That's why I told you when they assassinated Martin Luther King and they assassinated Malcolm X, nigga, we lost ourselves. We genuinely lost ourselves. And then it didn't help. Right out of that, the Black Panther movement got destroyed. That's why, if you ever notice, the Nation of Islam, love Nation of Islam, love Minister Farrakhan. Don't agree with everything, but love to him. You see that his impact ain't as powerful than the Black Panthers or the Nation of Islam back in that day with Malcolm X or the Martin Luther King Civil Rights era. You notice, even you look at Al Sharpton, that movement ain't no good. And I'm gonna tell y'all why. See, you got to understand about those people. This is why I say this about what I say about Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. And there was a whole bunch of other people. I don't want to downplay the other people that was a part of that and lost their lives. They was ready to die. I didn't say ready to die. They was willing to die. You gotta be willing to die for something. And we got a bunch of soft ass black folks in this 21st century that are pussy. You motherfuckers can't even stop watching football ever. They disrespected us. They threw this black nigga Jay-Z in there and had this nigga say, oh, you know, we ain't on that kneeling thing no more. What, nigga? I guarantee you, back in the day, if any of them niggas would have said some bullshit like that back in the day, oh, that nigga would have been canceled from the black community. How much money y'all want to put on that? But you just allow these Negroes that sellouts to us to tell us what we can and can't do. Oh no, we're not gonna do that no more. Well, no, he Jay-Z. What the fuck Jay-Z do for the black community? What? What movement he pushed? The nigga is a former dope dealer that's a rapper that snaked all his friends that he came up with in the rap game to side with the elites of racism. That's all he did. And got him one of the baddest entertainers in the world that ever probably exists. But what did Jay-Z do? What he done? You niggas back watching football. And that's the reason why you get coons, you get the white liberals like this. No disrespect to them. Why they can get white privileges and say, oh no, we got to talk to racist ass white people to hear them out. For what? We got to hit Trump supporters out. They got to struggle too. No, they don't. What are they complaining about? Number one, you white. You vote. The time you could vote, you voted for pulling yourselves up by your bootstraps. What are you complaining about? You should be good. Listen, you notice nobody want to talk about that, people? Trump supporters always talking about pull yourselves up by your bootstraps, Republicans. Pull yourself by your bootstraps so you be good. You'll get the American dream. These same racist ass Trump supporters is sitting out and talking, we're not getting nothing. It's the borders. They're taking all our jobs. No, bitch. It's the motherfuckers that's voting for you that's shipping your jobs away from you. Dumbass. Because you know nothing about capitalism. You don't know how the politics work. You don't even know about the people that you actually voting for. But it's the immigrants' fault. Oh, it's the blacks. It's the DEI. Yeah, all right, bitch. Ain't no DEI kept you from no job. Ain't no Mexican or no minority group kept you from getting a job. You white. You work hard. You pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Now you oppressed? How? How you oppressed? Oh, DEI made you, be oppressed. Yeah, please. Okay, cool. See, all it is, people, once again, they want to steal our shit. They want to be the DEI hires. And they're stupid mind. They want to be the DEI hires. How a white man. How a white person. Diversity. Yeah. The problem what happened with the DEI shit when they saw like, you know what, let's let some other qualified people that don't look like us come in. And came to find out a lot of those black people and minority people was better at the job than they were. Because a lot of them only got the jobs because of nepotism and because of their whiteness. That's what these racist pieces of shit found out about. Or you put the D. Okay, let's just go off your dumb nerve. You put the DEI hires in. You come to find out that they're more qualified than you are. They're a better candidate. They do better. They work harder. They actually give a fuck. You've been getting a lot of you racist white motherfuckers have been getting away with shit for so long of not being qualified that now you're mad. Cause now it ain't about, oh, cause they black. No, you know they qualifications. You know they more qualified than you. They actually give a fuck about other people. They know how to treat people. You don't, because you've been bigots and racist all your fucking lives. And sexist and homophobe pieces of shit all your lives. And now you're mad. DEI. Oh, it's reverse racism on us. How? How? I ain't never seen a bunch of fucking crybabies in my life, and these bitches ain't never been oppressed or slaved in this country. And they sitting here bitching and complaining. And it's all their own fault. Because they don't understand how capitalism works. Them motherfuckers don't know that they're just stupid slaves. All you Trump supporters that voted for Trump and conservatism and all that shit, even them churches, all that religious shit y'all go to, you know, paying tithes. Where that money go? Is it money that been saved for God? Or is it just to keep the lights on? Of that church. Because you can do church anywhere. Let me tell you something. If a motherfucker work real hard, right, and build some shit, right, like buy some property, right? Just think about it. And it's your home. You live there. Let me ask you something. Do the pastors even live at these churches? No, they don't. You know what they do? They got their whole property, because it's a tax write-off. They don't pay taxes. Whatever. We can go down the line. But anyway. That shit is a scam. Okay? And then they don't live there. They don't really do shit for the community. Not a white church or a black church really like that. They really don't. Okay? Now, where they go live? They got another whole big ass mansion somewhere else with some land that you done paid and gave them money. They don't work nowhere. They ain't got a 9 to 5 like you. They just get up, travel the world or travel the country and spread the word. That's a job now. You get paid to spread the word. That's God? That's in the Bible. Yeah, okay, cool. All that shit. I told you Christianity is bullshit. All that religion bullshit is bullshit. They can get mad at me. People can get mad at me if they want. But tell me where I'm lying at. Tell me anything I'm saying that I'm lying about. It ain't no goddamn way that a fucking pastor or priest or whoever the fuck they are got a land at a church that you most likely pay for. Members, right? And this motherfucker got a whole house. First of all, nigga, if we paying for, we putting tithes, because we ain't never seen God. So, nigga, you better live at that goddamn church. Listen, I give a lot more respect to the motherfucking Catholics. At least they got motherfuckers work there. Live there. At least they got somebody to live there. Think about these so-called Christianity churches. Ain't nobody living at that bitch. You motherfuckers gotta stop with the fake outrage of somebody criticized the church or criticized Christianity. Christianity always was built on racism. I don't know why the fuck y'all think outside of it because it's some black Christians. They are Americans. They are black Americans. They've been institutionalized. If you know anything about our ancestors that come from Africa, nigga, we didn't believe in Christianity. These are facts. This is why I stopped being religious. Because I know the fucking truth. But I mean, you can believe whatever you want to believe in, but don't sit here and act like, oh, I'm this bad person because I don't believe in what you believe in. I never said it wasn't a God. I said I don't believe in your God. And that's my right to feel that way. That's my right of belief to believe in what I believe in. But at least I know the goddamn truth. And it's not like I wasn't a Christian before. So it wasn't like I wasn't in religion before. So it's not like I'm just hating on Christianity or hating on religion. It's not that. I actually did the fucking homework. I actually did shit to know. Like I said, tell me where I'm lying at. Tell me where I'm lying about Christianity. Tell me what I'm lying about these pastors. They don't live in these churches, nigga. First of all, nigga, you supposed to help the poor, right? So why ain't none of these churches? Got all these homeless people? All them churches in L.A., New York, wherever, especially in L.A. Oh, they got Skid Row, nigga. They got a whole motherfucking part of the town where it's called Skid Row. But we got all these churches in L.A. And nobody lives there. But they want everybody to come every week to pay tithes. To what? What? Church is chicken. Bitch. My people, we getting bamboozled. All them people on Skid Row, ain't no motherfucking no way to house these people, to help these people. Nigga, the church, first of all, the church should be open 24/7. For all the tithes that people pay every fucking week. Nigga, somebody should always have a fucking job in the black community. To take care of the less fortunate. What the fuck? These niggas riding around in Benzes and cars, and wearing jewelry and shit. Coming there looking good, smelling good. But we got all these poor ass black people on the street. But they want to keep telling you, and God got them, and God, and nigga, please, man. What God y'all talking about, bro? What God? It damn sure ain't my God. You niggas out here stealing from people. All them pastors. It ain't no way. Listen, I wish any pastor tell me anything. I wish you would. Fuck you doing? You don't live at the church. I need you to live there. Then we can talk. Then after that, then we can have a conversation. And until then, I ain't trying to hear that shit. People think, oh, I'm anti-religion. Nigga, it's not that. It's that these people are frauds. All of them. Every last one of them. Every last religious person is a fucking fraud. How the fuck I'm gonna give you tithes to pay for somewhere you don't even live? You say this for God. First of all, nigga, if this for God, nigga, this shit should be open 24/7. 24/7. You know why? Because you're supposed to be helping the community. That's where my money should be going. People, you know how I say they need to take money out of politics? They need to start taxing the shit out of these churches. Because that shit is a business. It is not no religious shit. This shit is a business. I don't give a fuck who owns a church. I don't care. That church should be open 24/7. Nigga, if that's the case, then it's like, oh, we got to pay to keep the lights on. Nigga, well, you can put that shit in your backyard. You got land, you own a house, right? You got some land, you know, you whatever. You renting whatever. Or rent that bitch at least. They don't pay no taxes. None. But they sitting out here using a fake God that nobody has never seen. Listen, I know people gonna get upset with me, but I don't give a damn. The truth is the truth. 2025 is to speak the truth. And stop playing around with people's emotions and feelings. We not doing that shit this year, bro. Like, I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of people lying. Make pretending shit. Like we live in a fantasy land. Listen, the only thing I know for a fact, this is two things I know for a fact in this life. You born and you die. That's the one thing I know for a fact. 100%. It ain't no, no, it ain't no if. Nobody lives forever, and people do get born. Fuck are we talking about here? People can have people running around having this make-believe bullshit whole life. People sitting there, and God this and God that. Nigga, you ain't never met this man. Ever. You never spoke to him. I didn't say God don't exist, but I'm saying the ideology of a lot of this shit that y'all hear, I don't know how that shit matches up. That shit don't make no sense. If you really genuinely use common sense, none of that shit really makes any sense. Motherfucker, you gotta pay tithes to God. Hold on. I'm giving my money to this dude. I'm working hard and shit. I want my money. You know, I could be using this money to, you know, pay a bill. I can take this to buy my kids some shit, you know. Clothes, pair of sneakers or something. But I ain't never met this dude. How am I giving money to a dude I ain't never met? Think about that. Listen, I know some of y'all religious people gonna get upset with me. Hey, man. Like I said, we in 2025. We ain't bullshitting no more. Shout out to my brother Talking in the building. What up, Talk? That's what they think, bro. That's what they think. People don't use common sense no more. You know, like I said, and when black people, certain black people like me, start to understand that this shit don't make no sense, all of a sudden now we tripping, we crazy. No, bitch, I ain't crazy. Because you can't debunk anything I'm saying. Because you ain't never met a man. You ain't never met God. I haven't met God, so I don't know if he real or not. But all I know is, you ain't met him either. I know that for 100%. Because you know why? Because I ain't met him. Listen, I ain't met the devil either, nigga. Never met him. I met some bad people, some people that you would consider evil. I've been around them, met them, you know, hung with them. But I ain't never met the devil. As human beings, we are our worst enemy because we allow people to have us believing in shit that we shouldn't believe in without no proof. And then when you give, and now we live in a society where you give people proof about certain shit, they still don't want to believe it. So we just fucked. You got on one hand people believe in shit that they ain't never seen. Then you got other people that live in denial of truth. So it's like a motherfucker like me, like what the fuck? Like I look at both sides like they fucking crazy. You fucking nuts and honeys. But then motherfuckers sit there, you going to hell. You don't even know, you don't know where nobody's going. You don't know where nobody going. You been to hell, motherfucker. You know what hell look like. You know how it feel. Whatever. I mean, you ever seen it? You ever seen anybody go to hell? No, you didn't. You ain't seen nobody go to heaven, nigga. You just hope people in a better place, man. You just like real shit. This is why, listen, a part of the real reason why I don't like going to funerals and shit is because of the simple fact of I don't like church. Because I think that shit is bullshit. And I'm saying that in 2025. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck who don't like it. It's bullshit. Okay? I don't knock you for believing whatever you believe in. You do you. But I'm saying I believe it's bullshit. Okay? And then second of all, I don't like, it's death. Who the fuck want to see people die? You done seen that person yesterday or a couple of months before and now they dead. Who the fuck want to see that? See that person dead. They were just living. Last time you seen them, last time you talked to them, they was alive, they was talking, and now you see them dead. We got this whole notion in this country where we do this shit, take people to funerals and bury them and shit like that. Like, yo, get the fuck out of here with that shit. I don't knock people from doing it, but do your thing, man. But for me, no. I want you to pray, have fun. That's how you know if a motherfucker care about you. When you having fun about some shit, right? If somebody die and you throw some shit and you having fun and people start crying because they remember how good you was as a person, that shit means more than motherfuckers sitting there crying at a fucking funeral. Everybody dies, bro. But how much motherfuckers really give a fuck about you? Can they have fun and cry? I remember that shit. Yeah, man. Yeah, that shit was crazy. You know what I mean? Yeah, that person, yeah, that shit was good. And you start crying, or you dancing, or whatever it may be, and you cry when that person, you know what I mean? Because you're thinking about that person and you cry. That means something. You ever notice motherfuckers be at funerals and they can't talk, they can't get up, and they can't speak good about that person? You know why they can't do it? Because it's guilt. It's guilt. It's guilt. And listen, people, I don't speak on that shit like I don't know nothing about it. I did the same shit at my aunt's funeral. I wanted to get up and speak so bad, but I felt guilty. Because it was like, I should have talked to my aunt more. I should have did these things more. I should have squashed some shit. Like, it was shit that I didn't get to say. And motherfuckers, like, I wasn't crying because she was dead. I was crying because it was shit that I should have said or did more things before that person died, before she died. That's what I was crying over. People like, well, this is about you. No, it ain't about me. Because I wanted her, I was, like, I don't know how she felt when she passed away. If she think I genuinely loved her or not. Regardless of the bullshit that the family was going through or whatever. I don't know that. So that, no, it ain't about me. I don't know if she know that. I was the only motherfucker said when we was at, it was like everybody was nonchalant when we took it to the bird site, and everybody's nonchalant, he's laughing and shit. And I got in the car with my wife, and I was like, I feel bad. Like, I'm fucking angry at, like, I'm mad. I was mad at everybody because it's like we was leaving her, and everybody was just like, everything was okay, everything was good. They had nothing, like it was okay. Like, no. And it maybe could have been me, but I just felt like everybody was. This is why I don't like funerals, bro. I'd rather do some, like, pray, do some shit, to kind of uplift people or praise them. Like, you know what I mean? I don't want to do that funeral shit. Because you start to see people, it don't seem genuine to me a lot of the times. Funerals don't seem genuine. People come, it's like my cousin was like, oh, he better come. Like, nigga, I don't gotta go no motherfucking way. What, y'all gonna be mad at me? I don't go to the funeral? Because I don't go there and sit there and don't say nothing? So you can see my face when you motherfuckers could call me anytime you want to, but you don't? Or somebody die, all of a sudden, oh, he better come. Why I gotta come when somebody die? Why you gotta see me when somebody die? Y'all, I'm mad offended. And I believe that's why I don't fuck with a lot of my family. I be mad offended by them. We only come together with some fuck shit? Nah, I'm cool. I'm cool. First of all, dude, you talking about what I'm about. Listen, if you don't know what I'm about, then that's not for me. First of all, I ain't never seen you in here before. So, if you don't know what I'm about, go watch more videos. So, I don't know what to tell you. And I ain't the type of dude to sit here and keep on trying to, like, first of all, I'm not going to try to, like, pretend like I give a fuck about what people think about me. Because genuinely, a part of me don't. I ain't gonna say I don't care, but I don't give a fuck about people that don't know me or even took the time out to try to understand where I'm coming from. I don't give a fuck what you think about me. I genuinely don't. So, no, if you don't know what I'm about here, then what the fuck are you talking about, man? Listen, like I said, if I don't make any sense to you, that's fine. That's cool. But don't sit there and try to pretend that I don't make no sense. Because you genuinely not trying to understand what I'm saying. So, that's not on me, bro. And like I said, the problem with people in this country, they believe that people gotta believe in what they believe in. I don't gotta believe in what you believe in. But I don't knock what you believe in, but I'm gonna speak the truth on it. Just like you would speak the truth on mine. Or what my belief is. What's the problem? But like I said, I don't say shit to hurt people's feelings. Well, at least I try not to. I say shit to try to be real with people. To get people to think. Not to change your mind. Not to act like, oh, well, Kenny said that. No, nigga. Listen to what I'm saying. Think about it. And that's it. I don't want to change your mind. You can be as religious as you want to be. I don't care. I don't give a damn what you believe in. I don't care like that. Like, people be acting like I care, but my problem is when people have their beliefs and they try to push that shit on other people. I ain't trying to push my shit on other people. I'm just trying to get people to think about shit. That's it. It's a difference. It's a difference of pushing an agenda. I'm not trying to push no agenda. I never say here, listen, I speak my feelings and the facts of shit, but I don't have an agenda. My agenda is to let people to be who they want to be, and that's fine. The one thing I always focus on is how we treat each other and how we treat others. That's my issue. That's what my concern is. I don't care about what people believe in. I genuinely don't. You can believe in whatever the hell you want to believe in. But like I said, I'm not going to sit here and lie either. I'm not going to sit here and act like I don't see shit to make you feel good. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to not speak truth to make you feel better. Now, maybe could I word it a little different? I have done it. But in 2025, no, I'm not wording shit differently anymore. Listen, I'm not gonna say I ain't gonna try to spare people's feelings and shit like that, but I'm not gonna sit here and I'm gonna be a little bit more aggressive than I usually be. Because this whole notion we sit around and we pretend that shit exists when it doesn't. Or we can sit here and believe in shit that we don't see. That's why Trump and them won. Because it's Trump supporters. They believe in some shit that don't exist. They believe in something that doesn't exist. And they won. No, listen, even if you was playing, it's cool. But I won't ever sit here and try to change nobody's mind about nothing they believe in. When you hear me and I talk about whatever I talk about, you take it however you want. Take it as a joke. Play with it. You can do whatever you want to do. But what I won't do is sit here and pretend shit don't exist. Or pretend that shit exists that don't exist. I'm not going to do that. I want you to believe in whatever you want to believe in. It's all good. Now, if your shit is to harm others, no, then I'm not fucking with you. And then, yeah, you most likely an enemy of mine. But other than that, no, I don't. Listen, man. I just think we living in the times right now where people playing too much. People not seeing shit for what it really genuinely is. Life is getting ready to get real fucked up. And everybody want to live like everything okay. Everything good. You know, Trump back in office. All these motherfuckers. Listen, the racist is in office. The racist is in power. And y'all playing. Y'all playing. And like I said, I ain't here to change your mind. Like I told y'all, it's one thing about me. When I was growing up, and even a little bit part of me still to this day, I was hard-headed. I had to go through shit to see it. Not even see it, to feel it. And then I seen it. I was like, oh, damn. Oh, that's what they were saying. Oh, that's what that's about. Because I'm a hard-headed motherfucker. A lot of y'all hard-headed. You don't listen. Think everything a joke. It don't concern you. Because it don't affect you. And then when it does, then you care about it. And I had to learn that lesson. Just because something don't happen to you doesn't mean that it doesn't affect you. And like I said, Trump getting in office, while y'all playing around, y'all think everything good, y'all gonna fuck around and find out. Regardless if you voted or you didn't, you're gonna fuck around and find out. Of you not voting, it has consequences. If you did vote for this piece of shit, it has consequences. Listen. A lot of these politicians, they like to distract you from religion, and they like to distract you from what they think is right and wrong. But when you got both sides doing bad dealing, and when they don't be honest, like at least I'm honest. I told you, I only was going to vote for Biden or Vice President Harris because it was a lesser two evils type shit. At least I was honest. When I didn't vote for him, it was because of simple fact, it was on some moral shit. I was just like, yo, he ain't gonna do shit differently than Trump did. The country was already fucked up. This dude fucked the pandemic up. The only reason we in the situation everybody bitching and complaining about shit is because of 50% and maybe even 60% is because Trump mishandled the fucking pandemic. He didn't give a fuck about people dying. He still don't. But it was same stupid motherfuckers when to vote for him again. Like, come on, man. So, as a black person in America, why give a fuck about any of this shit? They don't even give a fuck about their own lives. Only care about the people that actually give a fuck about me. Or give a fuck about our people. Just ridiculous, man. Let's go to a quick commercial break, people. We'll be right back. All right, people. Back from quick commercial break. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button so you guys get the live streams when we go live, people. And if you can donate to the channel, go to OBF The Real Cash App and donate to the channel, people. We highly appreciate anything you guys can donate to the channel. Need more information, subscribe and donate to the channels down there scrolling below the screen. Make sure you guys hit the like button when you come in and out of the building. And make sure you guys share the videos, man. It keeps the movement pushing. Yeah, excuse me. Yeah, man. Listen, I ain't mad at people, man. I'm worried. That's the thing. Instead of being mad at people, I'm worried. I'm worried of people, man. I think we just don't really as a collective of as people as human beings, we don't really genuinely think about power structure. We don't understand the people that are manipulating us. This internet shit, this shit is, you know, it ain't real motherfuckers really out here really being genuine on the internet. As much as they got YouTube channels, they got all the subscribers and all that shit. And I ain't hating. It's just they're not genuine. That shit, a lot of that shit ain't genuine. That shit is about making money. Cause they genuinely trying to help people. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So it's like I tell people, listen, you never notice I don't get mad when people don't donate. Like, I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? I don't care how much you donate. If you do. Like, it doesn't matter to me. Like, nigga, I do this shit on my own. I'm getting ready to change the studio up this year too. Get ready to do a new revamp of the studio. Like, but that shit that's gonna come out my pocket. I'm gonna do that shit. You know what I mean? But like, I just don't. I don't know. I just been in. I ain't gonna say this. I ain't gonna say I've been in a weird space. I just been in a space of like a lot of shit that people play around with. I don't play with. Right. So when I talk about certain shit, people like, oh, can't believe you offending these people. Like, nigga, I've been doing work and homework, and I've been like, it's life experiences with a lot of this shit I'm talking about. So I'm not disrespecting people if you feel that way on purpose to offend them. Like, it's not that. It's, yo, that shit is real. I'm not telling you some shit that I just made up to try to offend people. No. This shit is, yo, people are lying. People are being misrepresented. People are not being told the truth. People just sit here and just act like everything is all good. It's not good. We in bad times. We in bad times. And it ain't got nothing to do with the economy. And I'm talking about morals. People talking about money and all that shit, nigga. All those poor people that we see on the street, they gonna die too. Just like all these rich motherfuckers, or all of us doing good, we all gonna die too. And I guarantee you, shit, some of us, it may take a month. Some of it may take a couple of months. Some of it may take a year or a couple of years. Some of, you know, maybe, yeah, a couple of years. And motherfuckers will forget about you. Let me explain something. Let me put something real to y'all. I'm going to leave this with this. Because hey, shout out to OBF. Listen, we got to get behind the scenes. We got to talk right after this. So we can set up for the Coon of the Year shit. So I got to talk to y'all behind the scenes. So we can set this shit up. So shout out to Talking LT, Bruh Bell. Hopefully we can get Weezy up in here. I ain't talked this nigga in a minute. You know how Weezy be. But if it's just us four, we good. I'm good with that. But yeah, what the fuck was I saying? Listen, people. Now I'm gonna lead us with this. People think that listen, I've been doing this shit almost close to 10 years. Right on this YouTube shit. And some people may think like, yo, Kenny, I hear it all the time, yo. People like, yo, you could be bigger, yo, if you just do this and do that. I choose not to. I choose not to. Of some of the shit that people say I should do. Because I don't want to follow the trend. I want the trend to follow me. I'm not a follower, bro. I'm a leader. So I don't got to do what everybody do. And like I said, what I do is genuine. I actually can look at myself in the mirror and I'm proud of it. If I just start doing some shit just to trend and just to get more people to follow and get more people to donate, then that shit is not genuine to me. Then I start feeling fake. And then let me just say this. We was at a period of time in OBF. That's why we lost a lot of people. so-called people that was OBF members. And I'm going to put this shit out here. Fuck that shit. See, 'cause I told you in 2025, I'm not bullshitting nobody no more. Listen, not even bullshitting. I'm not going to cover for people. Listen, we was in a period of time where OBF, it was Opinion Buff Fest, but it's this thing shit. And we was big like that, right? On the internet. Before the internet really, like, YouTube started really blowing up like that, we was up there like that. And the motherfuckers started getting big heads. I did too as well. And we start missing the picture. We start doing some shit just to, like, we was almost trying to go viral. Everybody trying to, do their own shit to, see how big, like, to get their own shit out. Like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't about what we were supposed to be, what the movement was about. It was about showing out and shit like that. Right? And I'll be real about it, right? At the time, and I give props to him. I don't fuck with him no more. I give props to OG. OG did some good shit to where he did help certain shit, right? But it wasn't to help the movement. It was to help him to get money. And then when you bring that shit in to what I'm doing, and then I go along with it, and then you get everybody else, because we wasn't doing that at the time. Right? We just, we get here, we talk about our shit, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And it wasn't, believe it or not, our shit wasn't even as structured as what I do now. Right? But we just raw. But then he came in, it got structured a little bit, but it got structured through money. So we wasn't doing it for genuine shit. And we was doing it for fame, we was doing it for views, we was doing it for money and shit like that. But I know that was his agenda. I'm not going to be too mad at him because I fell for it. Right? And a lot of us did. And we started, at the same time, we started getting people in here that we thought that was on our same level and was good or whatever. And we kind of find out the motherfuckers really wasn't that genuine. Right? I said this, and I stand by this. I know an OBF member because if I criticize them and we get into it, and they still come back and they good with me, I know we good. Because I'm very direct, and everybody know how I am. And listen, the motherfuckers that's still here, I have got into it with them. LT, Talking, Bruh Bell. Still here, still OBF. Rest of them motherfuckers, it is what it is, bro. They try to make it seem like, oh, it's somebody else. No, nigga, you had a problem with me. That's what it really genuinely was. And I want to clear the air too. Listen, I ain't mad at shit. Right? Like people think I am. I put Shay on blast because Shay been sitting around lying for years. Shay been gone for years. We ain't talked to Shay. I don't even know the last time I talked to Shay. Shay pretend that we still OBF, we family. We not family. Listen. I got family members. They not family to me. They family members. They not my family. I don't talk to them. I don't hang with them. It's a difference for me, and maybe people look at that shit differently than I do. But I ain't talked to Shay in years. I think the last time I did talk to Shay was the last time I talked to her. Did the live stream, and then I think we did something right before that, and that was like years. And then after that, it was like years. Like we don't talk to her. And then she thought, and just like the nigga Nick thought that just because I tune in, be in the chat to tell everybody in the family I love them, we still family. We're not. No, family don't do that. You are family members that a motherfucker like me think that you don't really fuck with me like that. It's like one of them family members that pop up on holidays. You deal with them on holidays. That's what Shay and them was. Like, fuck out of here. We not family. We family members. Still always got love for Shay, and Nick, but we not family. Family talk to each other. If family got a problem, family still upset about some shit, we talk about it. But like I told you, Shay don't come around. She try to lie, try to blame it on other shit or whatever. No, you don't come around because of me. And you can't be honest about that. And then when you do be honest about that, and then I correct you on that, then I break it down to you, and then now you take it back on what you talking about other motherfuckers. Nah, that shit don't work for me. Sorry. So just like I told her, I don't need you to be in the chat. I don't need you to fuck with me, rock with me no more, because it already feels that way. It already feels like you don't fuck with me. I don't talk to you. I can't call you and be like, "Oh, Shay, what's going on?" And like me and Shay used to talk. We was tight. What's going on? What's your day like? Kidding, what you doing? Blah blah. We used to do that. Don't do that no more. What the fuck are we? Why the fuck are we playing these games? And she knew what I was saying, and then try to pretend, "Oh no, Kenny, it ain't like that." Yes, it is. It's like that, and you know it's like that. And then the thing is, and when I bring that up and I'm right about it, then you bring it back on some other bullshit. They ain't had nothing to do with me. But well, you accountable for that. Well then, okay. Well, you accountable for what the fuck you doing. So what's the difference? You blaming some shit on me that got nothing to do with me. I don't even know why she was mad. Listen, people. Shit that Shay was saying on that show, I don't know why Shay was mad. That shit happened years ago. And if you still mad about that, and listen, the bad part about it was she stopped talking to me. And then now she tried to sit there and was acting like we should have a conversation about what when you didn't want to talk to me. So whatever you upset about ain't on me. I've called shit plenty of times. Called Nick, all of them, called him plenty of times. Apologize to Nick, live stream. Told him, "Hey bro, my bad, I was wrong for that." Niggas don't hit me up. So fuck it. Like what you want me to do? Keep kissing your ass? And I'm not gonna pretend that we cool either. So you must got me fucked up. I don't fuck with people that don't fuck with me. And then try to pretend we still family. We are not family. We are not good. We ain't never good. I don't talk to you, we ain't good. I don't gotta talk every day, but I know if I call the brother, he will pick the phone up. Most likely he don't pick the phone up because he don't fuck with me, because the nigga busy. I get it. We got an issue, nigga, he know. Holler at me. And don't hold nothing back. We don't play those games. Family don't play those games. We don't hide out feelings from each other. That's why my family don't fuck with me right now, nigga. They mad at me, nigga, because I don't hide my feelings. I tell them motherfuckers straight up, nigga, I don't hang around y'all because be on some bullshit. Y'all only call me when you want to call me. I don't do that, yo. I listen, man. I'm around enough of my intermediate family to not give a fuck about people that's supposed to be my family, that pretend that they my family, try to pretend like it's an issue, but nobody speaks to me, nobody talks to me, but it's an issue. I don't know if it's an issue, nigga. I'm not no psychic. I'm no psychic, bro. I've been doing this shit, this OBF shit for a long time, bro. And like I said, we lost some people, we gained some people, but a lot of them motherfuckers probably shouldn't have never been here in the first place. Now we start, like I told y'all, in 2025 too, we gonna start to see a lot of these niggas, true characters. Let me tell y'all some real shit. We be behind the scenes, we speak on some shit, right? The one thing about me, even though if I'm behind the scenes speaking on some shit, it's just certain shit that I wouldn't speak about. But I usually, when I'm live a lot of times, I usually speak on it anyway. I just don't be as detailed. I still speak on it. The shit about Shay that I'm talking about, I won't even speak on. Or the real reason. We did it live. We did the shit live. I still didn't speak on it. I know the reason why she acting the way she acting, but it is what it is. But don't try to play me. Don't try to sit there and act like I'm tripping. Don't try to act like it's somebody else. No, it's you. You did that. You created that situation. Like, cause it's one thing if somebody makes a mistake, right? And somebody comes and try to fix the mistake. And then the other person is so stubborn or whatever the situation is, or they got some shit, or that was a way for them to stop fucking with you, right? Because sometimes, a person can be fucking with you, but they're waiting for something to not fuck with you. To have a reason to not fucking with you. But it's a reason of why they don't. But they never speak on it. They try, then when something happened, they like, oh, that's what it is. I'm a pinpoint on that. He can't get out of that. Or she can't get out of that. And that's, listen, I'm just going to be real with y'all. That's what Shay did. That's all she did. How you go from me inviting you to my crib with my family, my daughter. Everybody know how much my daughter means more to me than anybody in the world. Anybody. My own life. I'll bring you down to that. And then somehow, some way, you said we got into it or whatever. You ain't like what I said. Somehow I put your kid's life in danger. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Put your fucking kid's life in danger. Stop that bullshit. First of all, everybody know Kenny love the kids, nigga. Why would I do that? Why would I even play? I don't play with kids like that, nigga. That's kids. So that shit was already bogus. That shit was already bogus. Y'all understand what I'm saying here? That shit is already bogus of what she's saying. I don't even play like that, nigga. Listen, anybody that know me know I don't play around with kids. Nigga, that's a no-no. Fuck out of here. I don't play with children. You don't play around with that, nigga. I'm a former street nigga. I don't play with kids. Like nigga talking about. I had a homeboy one time say, "Yeah, nigga, we kill kids and all that." Nigga, what? Oh, nigga, what? No, nigga, we don't do that. I was like, what, nigga? What? You ain't gangster? I said, nigga, I will smack shit out you. Don't play with me. Like, getting too much details, but that nigga, man, that nigga, I'll great shoot this nigga. I don't play with kids like that. Never did, never will. They kids, man. Shit, we was kids at a point, but we talking about kids. Younger than us at that time, we was kids. Nigga, you don't play like that, man. But so for Shay to sit out there, oh, you put my kids' life in danger, you playing with my kids, get the fuck out of here. That's a lie, and you know it's a lie. And like I said, everything I told y'all, and I told her, my wife don't lie, bro. My wife do not agree with me, and a lot of shit I say on this show, or a lot of shit. Nigga, ask my wife if I'm telling the truth about that situation or what she pretending and acting like I'm lying about. Fuck out of here. I said, I get the uncle that told you that shit. Fuck you acting like. And then my thing is, it was almost like, oh, you trying to say, oh, I ain't this and I ain't that. Listen, I don't speak on no shit that I ain't about. If I ain't got no connections, I ain't got this and I ain't got that to do, I don't speak on it. But then it boiled down to, it was like, yo, you question who the fuck I am. So now it ain't just even about that bullshit. Now you saying, oh, you believed in me on this other shit, but now I tell you who I am and the connections I got. Oh, you ain't really like that, nigga. Really? But then, like I said, it ain't about that. I'm just gonna leave it as that. It ain't about that. I know what it's about. Cause that shit came out of left field. It's like a lot of them motherfuckers that left here. I know why a lot of them left here. They kept trying to say it was this and that. It wasn't that. Motherfuckers stopped fucking with OBF because I know what it was. See, I know why y'all don't see Weezy. He don't come a lot like that. I know the reason why. I know the reason why. But I don't speak on it. I know why. When we get behind the scenes, we'll talk amongst the family. But I know why Weezy, you don't see Weezy, you don't call in. You don't see him like that and shit. I know why. I know why. He'll sit there and lie to everybody and shit like that. Just like Shay did. A lot of them do it. And sit there and lie. Nah. I know why. What Jay say? Only you and I know what's really going on. Way back. Oh, that was Pac. I'm sorry. Way back. I knew you bitch niggas from way back. I'm just trying to tell y'all, man. The shit is... Listen, people say shit, but they don't tell the whole truth. And the problem is, I got caught up in that shit. And a part of me, I still got too much respect for people that I won't tell you the real 4 reasons why shit is the way it is. I get close to it, but I won't tell you the whole 4 reasons. Because as much as them motherfuckers, I felt like they disrespected me. And like, I tell people this about me. I'm a little nigga. Right? And when people do me wrong, I feel a certain type of way. And I can get real nasty. Right? Because I feel betrayed. right? And that could become because I didn't get raised by my parents and shit, so I feel betrayed from them. Still do, right? So I had to learn how not to do that to people when people do some shit that hurt you, right? Because every hurt don't mean somebody betrayed you. Hurt just mean motherfucking. I just look at it, for me, I look at it, people ain't mentally on my level. And people ain't as real as, and then not mental, they not really real on on the real level with you, right? People can't be on your level real. So I had to understand that. But I didn't understand that back then. There's no lie to you, I'd have ate all them motherfuckers out. But it's not good to do. Because my purpose is in life is not to hurt people, but sometimes you gotta take hits and people say shit about you and pretend that you this person and shit like that, but you know, I'm confident enough to know who I am, and you know, you don't fall down that trap with people. I think sometimes people want to take you down that lane to start saying some shit so they can say some shit. Like, and I don't want to do that. You know, I ain't nobody's punching bag, but I'm not going to go down that. I'm not going to go down that. I'm not going to go down that trap with you. I'm not going to do that. You know, so I could have been at a lot of them motherfuckers out. Because like I said, the truth is the truth, right? But it's a thing behind that truth that people don't want you to know, right? It's like, if I can tell you the whole truth about certain shit about me, right? Like lifestyle, shit I used to live, I would tell you that. But I would tell you that. Like, genuinely I would. But when you connect it to others, for me, the only reason I don't tell the whole thing a lot of the times or get a whole truth, right? I be truthful, but I can't tell you other shit about that because that shit affects others. And I don't want to hurt nobody like that. Like, you know what I mean? That shit could bring consequences to people. The shit that I'm talking about a lot of the times. So I don't do that. And that's the thing. Like, listen, at the end of the day, let's keep it real like this. At the end of the day, people, right? I still got love for Shay, right? But I got love for Shay kids. I love them. And I don't want to disrespect her in that way. But I won't allow her to manipulate a situation that she knows that she's not telling the full truth about. Right? And some people can just be blind from what they think, right? I ain't no different from that sometimes, right? But we're not going to play that game of acting like, oh, I try to hurt your kids. And when she crossed that line with that, then, and that's why me and Shay ain't cool. And that's why I was like, yo, but don't fuck with me no more. If you think that I really try to put your kids in danger like that, then we're not cool. We're not cool. Like, that's one thing anybody will tell you about me, nigga. I don't play with kids. Like, putting kids in danger and shit like that, nigga. Like, Kenny love the kids, nigga. Like, what we talking about? And for her to say that to me, nah, nigga, well, stop fucking with me then. If you thought that I did that and you still think that, nah. But the crazy shit about it, that was crossing the line for me, but it wasn't crossing the line for me to disrespect her in a way and put her ass on blast like I should have did because of her kids. You understand what I'm saying? So it's a level I won't go, regardless if it can help my point or some shit like that. No, I know the shit that I can say. Oh, I know that it'll be a wrap. But I won't do that because of her kids, because I love her kids. And I won't ever disrespect Shay in that way to disrespect them children, because I know they love their mom, regardless of whatever the fuck I think and feel or know. You know what I mean? Or what y'all know or don't know. But I won't ever do that. Because I actually genuinely care about her kids like that. I don't give a fuck. We beefing or whatever. You know, don't fuck with each other, but them kids is like my nieces. You know what I mean? So, I would never do no shit like that. I taught these kids, man, listen, man. You sit down with Shay kids and shit, man. Back, tell them how proud I was. They going to college and shit like that. Like, yo, y'all wouldn't understand about that. But, would never disrespect her in that way. Put her out there like that. Because I know that shit affect her kids. And there ain't no crazy shit like sexual or something like that. Like, ain't nothing like that. But, But as far as like just the disrespect I could get, I can go. Because I know how I am. And that shit would affect her kids of me being disrespectful to their mom like that. So I wouldn't do no shit like that. That's my thing. She was saying, she said the one thing, and let me clear this up too. She said, in that live stream, she said, you call me a bitch or whatever. I was drunk one night. We was arguing. OBF. This shit happened like almost like years ago. Like, I'm talking about years ago. And I got drunk one night. Never called Shay no bitch or no shit like that. I was drunk one night and I was speaking and I said it and shit. And I did. She not lying. And I said that shit. And then the crazy shit about I was so fucked up that night, right? We was behind the scenes drinking, right? And when I did it and shit, the next day happened. I called everybody and shit like I normally do. Hit everybody up. And motherfucker, Shay was in her feelings. Like, what the fuck wrong with you? This how fucked up I was. I didn't even remember that I called out her name. I was so fucked up. She was like, you called me a bitch. I was like, I called you a bitch? I ain't called you no bitch. She was like, yeah, you did. And then everybody else in OBI was like, yeah, Ken, you did call her a bitch, though. You did, bro. You know what I mean? I was like, I did? I'm like, yeah, nigga. I was like, damn, I must have been real fucked up. I said, Shay, sorry, I apologize. I genuinely apologize. Apologize to her. Then she brought us some shit, right? Mind you, this was years ago. We got over that shit, what I was just talking about. Go to her, I said, Shay, I apologize. I'm truly sorry. I genuinely apologize. Me call you no bitch, blah, blah, blah. Went through that whole process of that. And I genuinely felt that because I don't look at Shay no bitch or no like that. And I was out of pocket, right? And I genuinely got fucked up and I couldn't remember, right? But it's no excuse. You know, call a woman out her name like that. I'm gonna fuck you if you fucked up at night. You gotta apologize. And I was ashamed too, no lie to you, because that ain't me, right? So after that, she said some shit. She said, oh, well, Weezy said you called me a bitch behind the scenes or something like that. I said, well, you call Weezy. And ask Weezy right now, call him and see if we can talk about that shit of me calling you a bitch behind the scenes. She wouldn't do it. And like I said, she wouldn't do it because she can't do it. Nobody gets in touch with Weezy like that. Nobody knows what the fuck going on with Weezy. And like I said, the bad part about it, I want to even speak on that shit, but I won't. Because I got love for Weezy. I won't even do it. I know why ain't nobody talking to Weezy and we can't speak to Weezy. And that shit is bad. That's all I can say about it. Che ain't talking to no fucking Weezy. Talking about, oh, Weezy called me, say Kenny was calling you bitches behind the scenes. What? And then the bad part about it, then the other part about that is, and I'm gonna leave this with this. The other bad part about that shit is Shay. You knew me before anybody in OBL. You was more closer and tight with me than anybody. I called you a bitch behind the scenes? Okay. Listen, and let me just say this. This B, I ain't perfect, right? And let's just say what she's saying is truthful. It's possible that it could have happened, right? But anybody that know me, that's not how I talk. So I had to probably been drunk, or been drinking or some shit like the first time, right? Or been so angry or whatever, however it is, but it's still wrong. But if I'm gonna make an excuse, that's most likely what it's gonna be. But that ain't no shit that I do. But then, like I said, she does have the memory of this is why I give people the benefit of the doubt. She does have the memory of that I genuinely did call her to her face as a B. Right? So she does have that. So that's maybe how she feel about it. But like I said, come on. If I did do that, or what she said that Weezy said I said behind the scenes about her, like, it's wrong, right? I'm not saying I did it. I'm just saying if it's possible that it happened, right? It's wrong. I was out of pocket. But the other part is what that is. I done talked to Shay about me being abandoned, me being a band of issues and shit, of people. And she knows this. And for her to abandon me the way she did, that shit hurts. So I'm not making no excuse for it. I shouldn't. If I did call out her name, not saying, but I don't remember that. But I'm just saying, I don't remember me doing that other than that one time, and I apologize. And I said that shit to her face. It wasn't like no shit behind the scenes. But I was drunk and shit, right? But, like, yo, you abandoned me, man. Over something stupid. And then almost like a make-believe lie that you could have got the truth of. If you really wanted to know the truth, or is Kenny lying, or then I could have gave you the truth. So that means Shay, if I told you, I said my wife would tell you that this shit ain't a lie, I could get my uncle. So regardless of what they say, you automatically think I'm a liar. So that's how that shit looks, and that's how the shit made me feel. So like, it's deeper than that, bro. It's just deeper than what she's saying. Like, yo, you so the whole time you just, this shit was, you always thought I was a liar. Cause who I say I am and the people I say I know and shit like that shit real. Ain't no fake about what I'm saying. So you think I'm lying. Like motherfuckers, like when I tell motherfuckers I'm amongst the city. Shay came this bitch, she was in between. She was in the city and this shit, it looked good coming down. Then when you start getting closer to me, it look a little rough. But then when you get to me, ain't nothing popping, nigga. Ain't nobody doing nothing where I'm at. Where she came to visit me at. That's what I be trying to get people to understand. Like, yo, I ain't saying I live like this glorious life or some shit like that, nigga. I live amongst the people, nigga. I'm good. And I'm fine. But I don't live in the hood either. Like, I ain't out this bitch, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you what keep me humble, right? I don't live amongst that hood shit like that, but that hood shit ain't that far from me. But the good shit is right there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's right there too. Like, I live amongst the people. I'm not that far from either way. And I like to live like that. I don't want to live where you know, I'm somewhere where I feel like I gotta be secured and all that shit. Like, I feel like shit going on. Like, you know what I mean? I ain't scared like that. I don't want to live nowhere, nigga. I feel like I be protected for what? I don't live my life like that. I told you, I grew up like a hood nigga. So I'm like, part of me hood. Like, I got hood mentalities, nigga. I live amongst the hood shit. I like hood shit. Like, that shit makes you feel like, if you ain't from the hood, hood shit make you, some of that shit make you feel comfortable. I don't like to live bougie like that. I like hood shit. Some hood shit. I like to be amongst, excuse me. I like to be amongst hood shit because it keeps you humble. It doesn't, you don't get fake. You don't pretend that you're better than people. Well, I'm here, you there, nigga. Like, nah. I'm good. Like I always tell people, if I don't fuck with you, it's because it's in fact, it's a moral thing. It ain't about your lifestyle or none of that shit like that. It's how you treat people. That's why I may not fuck with you. Or how you treat me. Like, but it ain't no materialistic bullshit. I ain't never like that. That's the difference between me and a lot of people. People be like, oh, you know, oh, you live the way you want you live because you know, blah blah blah. I'm like, no, I live amongst the people because I don't want to feel like I'm better. Because you can get into a situation where you live so far out and you don't see shit. Right? Like you just, like every day you walking down honky dory. Nigga, I like to walk out sometimes, nigga, and some shit can happen. Depends where you at. Depends what block you walk. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, but I don't want to walk around every time I come out, like every time some bullshit happen, but some shit can happen. It's life. Listen, where I live at is where shit can happen, but some shit can be happening while motherfuckers in the community come together. And prime example of that, and I'm gonna leave it with this. Prime example with that is, we had the snow shit, right? Everybody on the motherfucking, down there, everybody on the block, the main motherfuckers that we are, everybody else still, you know, still getting used to shit. And we don't talk like that. Everybody in the community don't talk like we supposed to, but we should. But we do enough the way we mind our fucking business. And I actually respect that and love that about my neighbors. But, nigga, it was some shit, but I got stuck. And people was getting stuck, like, on certain main street or something. And mother was like, you need us to push you, blah, 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 you know. And a dude and his family that lived on that block, their whole purpose was to sit out there and help people push themselves up. Mind you, they wasn't black, they was Mexicans. They ain't gonna fuck about what color skin you was. They just seen if you was stuck, they was gonna help you push. That's a community. That's motherfuckers don't give a fuck about your skin, your class, none of that shit. Cause everybody live in that community ain't as doing as well as everybody, but they doing okay because they live in that community. Like, you get what I mean? You know, so like it's just like, it's weird that people think that because you make more money than somebody, you think you better than them. Fuck no. It's about how people heart is, what they care, but they care about other people. Him and his family, they ain't had to do that. They sit on the fucking block and was watching and waiting to see if people would get stuck. And they would, and that's little to other people. You don't think nothing of that, but that mean a lot to me. They sat there and they waited, put some shit out. Then it was crazy for me. I said, fuck it, I can't get my car. I said, look, me and my daughter, we gonna walk. We gonna walk to the store. Walked up. We helped, push some shit up. Push a car up. But they stood there, the whole family. Wife, kids, all of them. They did that shit together. They ain't had to do that. But that's what type of shit. They didn't matter who the fuck was in the car. Who they was black or white. They just, that's community shit. That's real shit. And that's what I said. Listen, I'm worried about America, man. I'm worried about people, man. Humanity. Like, that's the shit that you supposed to do. No matter. Like, crisis happen. We shouldn't give a fuck about it if a motherfucker is a Trump supporter or liberal or whatever. Shouldn't care about it, but we in them times right now. That's the problem. And you got even Trump supporters. I don't even want to receive help from liberals. Like, what the fuck is that about? That's stupid. Help is help. Motherfucking help you save you and your kid's life or help you in a situation. What the fuck? But that's what we are. And that goes for the liberal side too. To some of us. But, well, not some of us. Because I ain't with the liberals. But, you know what I'm saying? But me, myself, I Listen, if I seen a Trump supporter in need of help, life danger type shit, I would help him. Over there, do it for me. But I wouldn't expect it. But I would do that because I don't want to see nobody die. That's where that's where my humanity kicks in. I don't give a fuck how much I don't give a fuck about you. But if I seen your life in danger, I need to help you or some shit like that, I'll help you. I'll help you. Yeah. Still don't give a fuck about you. Like, personally. But I'll help you. I wouldn't want to see you die. Or you know what I mean? Or your kids or something like that. That shit weird, bro. People gotta do better, man. OBF, hit y'all behind the scenes, man. Leave y'all comments, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It's your boy, Mr. OBF. Peace and love to the world.